Moff Ziggler's too far, Asa. Back off. That's too far.
Ultimate opportunist. I don't even know how this even started. They started doing it like randomly.
It all goes back to the IHOP stuff. Ever since we clowned him on the IHOP stuff, they've been doing this every show. It's wild.
But they even when the IHOP thing happened, they weren't even doing this. I don't know how this started in the chat. I don't know who started it. Somebody must have started it. Somebody must have said something.
Somebody. I don't remember what episode it was, but I remember one person did it, and then I looked over and there was 100 comments. I was like, and then it's been a thing ever since.
It's been a thing ever since. That's crazy. I can't believe that. Yeah, I'll keep it up, man. I'm saving some of the comments. We'll share them at the end.
Mo, back in. What is this? Oh shit!
I'm saving some of the Mo comments that we'll get to at the end of the episode, so you can continue to drop them if you.
Yeah, drop them in chat. We'll get to them.
Please.
Yeah, we'll get to them. We'll get to them because I definitely want to share some of these. So Mo's not here today, unfortunately, so he's ducking the smoke. It's okay.
But it's still his fault. We're late.
Yep.
Oh, always. All right, today, fellas, we're gonna do some just random topics of conversations, but we do have some guests that I want to allow to introduce themselves. So we always let the guests plug in their socials, anything, any podcast or any stuff you got going on in life that you want to plug in. So, Lou, we'll let you go first, and then Tay, you go afterwards, and then we'll just dive into some different conversations.
All right. What's up, y'all? It's Lou. Know me on TikTok as Lou Nonsense, as wrestler Lucius Suede, self-made Lucius Suede. Find me on TikTok as Lou_Nonsense, same as my Instagram and Facebook. And also, thanks for having me on, Malik.
No problem.
All right, my name's Tay. You can find me on TikTok at tay.insane. Same thing on Twitter without the dot. You can also follow a little podcast group that I got going on called 2 Count Kick Out podcast on YouTube. Check us out over there. We record about every other week, a couple episodes. So yeah, come check us out. We'd love to have y'all over there, see what we doing over there. So appreciate you having me on here.
Yeah, no problem. Next week also will be open mic for the people in the chat. So we haven't done an open mic in a while. So next week, if you guys want to pull up and come and conversate, we will be doing open mic next week. Some of y'all don't like the stuff that we got to say. So, I mean, it's your chance now. You know what I'm saying? It's your chance. So people who've been asking next week,
I'll just play the world's smallest violin until we get there.
Yeah.
This will be me for the rest of the week. This is for.
I mean, how many of those people you actually think will show up though?
None of them will pull up. None of the real ones that are acting. None of them that have anything to say in chat. None of them will pull up. I ain't never seen Tyler Leopard on video one time. So that's the prime example.
Didn't he pull up one? He didn't pull up once. Didn't he pull up one time?
No, I don't think so. Not once that I remember. I missed one, so maybe on the one that I missed, but I don't think so.
I think he might have showed up one time, but I don't remember vividly, so don't quote me on that. Don't quote me on that at all. But next week is open mic, like I said. So if you guys want to pull up, conversate, or just debate, or have friendly conversations, there'll be some stuff to talk about. I think Saturday night's main events next week too. So there'll be some things we're going to discuss and talk about. So next week, y'all heard it here.
Next week,
right?
pull up.
If you want to show up, this is your chance. Because I get a lot of DMs all the time. With the next open mic, man, next week, bro.
When can I get on this show? I'd smoke y'all at this. All right, well, jump on.
Yeah,
all right.
They give everyone podcasting equipment. Sorry, I see that one all the time too. Go ahead.
See, which one? Which comment?
They'll give anyone podcasting equipment these days.
Yeah.
I see that one quite often too. Yeah. So G's supposed to be here a little later, because he has something that he wanted to ask everybody else. Part of like the
Mo got to him. That's why he's late.
Yeah, so part of the topic of the episode. So I don't know when he's gonna show up, if he does. So we'll just leave it at that. Until then, we can just talk about whatever. So this episode is gonna be just going everywhere. Again, there's no really specific topic, honestly. We can just talk about whatever anybody wants to talk about.
Can I talk about the hate online that I'm seeing for R-Truth versus John Cena? For R-Truth versus John Cena. Oh. Like first of all, it's a Saturday Night's Main Event. This is the kind of show this is the kind of match that Saturday Night's Main Event is made for. And I think one of us said on the podcast last week, if you didn't know that R-Truth versus John Cena was coming based on R-Truth's booking for the last couple of months, you're blind. So you've had plenty of chances to get over it. That's number 2. And number 3, out of all the matches that John Cena has had so far, honestly, I think R-Truth is the most compelling story out of all of them so far. Did any of you who were bitching about it see the promo? His promo with Wade Barrett on SmackDown this past Friday was the best promo that R-Truth has cut in years. In years. And all it took was a match against John Cena. And for those of you who think R-Truth still can't go just because he doesn't get booked, I got breaking news for you. R-Truth can still go. R-Truth might be able to go better than Randy Orton at this point in their careers. So, I honestly, if you've seen him go, I'm just saying.
Have you seen Randy and Gunther? Excuse me, sir. I love Truth. I don't think he could do that.
No, listen, hold on. I'm not saying Randy can't go. I'm just saying I think R-Truth might even be levels above that. And I'm not saying that R-Truth is the wrestler that Randy Orton is. I'm just saying what he can do in the ring. So
I'm with you, Malik, bro.
My point is just let it happen, and I think all of you who are pissed off about this are going to change your tune at the end of it. Is my only point.
Whoa,
Jade always has a take where he has me right here, and then he'll say something, and brings you back down. All right. I don't think people should expect much from this match, though. I don't think this match is going to be long. It's just going to be like a little. I don't want to say a comedy gimmick match, but it's going to be a
lot of shtick.
It's like base storytelling. You're not going to see much stuff happen. I wouldn't even be surprised if R-Truth gets beat in a matter of minutes in the match. I think he's going to try to turn John Cena good again, and then John Cena might tease turning good again, and they might have a little celebration, and he just beats shit out of R-Truth afterwards, and then that's pretty much it. You know what I mean? So, like you said, it's Saturday night's main event, so I don't really think too much is going to happen, but it does make sense for the story for this match to happen, though. For some people who may be blinded by that, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, it adds up for the story. Like it's been there, for a couple of weeks, so I don't have an issue with it. It's kind of like a little filler match in Cena's, runs retirement tour. And from what I've seen, I don't think it's for the WWE title. They haven't advertised it for the WWE Championship, so I think it's just a match.
It's got to be for the title, bro.
It's an advertised for the title, though.
Yeah,
so
they haven't said that. Do you guys think that Cena and Truth's going to main event over Uso and Paul?
No.
No.
I don't.
Really? I don't know. That's why I'm asking. I have no idea.
Only because I don't think this is going to be it's not going to be like a long match. I think Jay and Logan are going to get some time. I don't know how it's going to turn out to be.
Yeah, if Cena and Truth don't main event, which I don't think that's going to happen, they got to open.
Yeah,
I can see them opening.
Yeah.
Now, if R-Truth and John Cena main event, and they don't give it to Jey Uso, that's kind of crazy.
I wouldn't be surprised. Bro.
Well, that's my point. I wouldn't be surprised.
Wow, it's kind of wild. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I wouldn't be surprised. Main event, he hasn't been main eventing. Jey Uso hasn't main evented in a while.
They literally might
since the Rumble.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't. I understand why they kept that match off Backlash because they weren't gonna main event over Cena and Randy. So that would have made sense. But like, if he can't main event over R-Truth. R-Truth, come on, bro.
Yeah.
I know
that Saturday night's main event is usually a glorified house show, but there is a world title match on it. And because we all know he's coming back in the next 2-3 weeks probably. If Cody Rhodes is going to come back and you want to get some instant babyface love on him, saving R-Truth from a beatdown might be a good way to do it. So if that's going to happen,
or he could come back and drop R-Truth because they got beef.
Yeah.
Now,
R-Truth beat him how many times? Like 20 sometimes?
It beat him a lot.
The only way I could see it main eventing, though, I mean, if Cody's going to come back, I could see that main eventing then, like for the big pop at the end, like the big return. So
I think if we find out that Cena and R-Truth are in the main event, I think we can expect to see Cody. That's my expectation.
Hey, what do you think? Who do you think is going to main event?
I can low-key see them having the tag match main event, low-key.
Oh, I forgot about that match.
Shit, I forgot about that match.
CM Punk,
Ron and Seth.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
shit.
That's
a good shout. Well, that's probably going to be the main event. That's a good shout.
Well, yeah. Or the opener. Yeah. And there's no way Cena's mid-card, so.
No.
Yeah, I definitely could. I could see that.
If they put Uso in the cooldown spot, though, that's even at a main event. That's kind of nasty. That's nasty work.
Yeah.
I would not be surprised, bro. I'm not surprised at this point.
That's
There's
nasty
only
work.
two places
They
you want to
probably
be at
will.
the
I
show.
don't
You
think-
either want to be
Yep.
first or last.
Exactly.
If I'm
Yep.
not last, put me on first.
Put me first, Saki.
I've only been put first like once in the show. A lot of the other times I'm last or in the middle. Or after
that-
intermission.
If that tag match opens,
After
the show, it's
intermission,
going to be
man.
really interesting from that point forward. It's gonna be
I could
really
see Cena and Truth being like in the middle because, like I said, I don't think much is gonna happen for that match. Like, it's not gonna be a long match. I could see it kind of being like in the middle because.
But isn't Cena like the driving force of that fucking show? Like
He's the headlining attraction everywhere he goes.
Yeah,
That's
so
why
he has to
Yeah,
be.
they're gonna promote.
He has
him
to be
for all
opener.
the because he's retiring.
He has to be open or close. He has to do one or the other. You can't put him unless it's a Raw. Obviously, Raw you can probably just even Raw. I think he opens or closes. Like he doesn't even. He's not even in the middle of a Raw or SmackDown. Like you got to put him first or last because he's like the main reason people are there.
Yeah, he's.
Well,
That's how you should book it. I mean, that's how you should book an attraction.
They advertised the Jey Uso match like first. That was like the first match they advertised before they did Cena or anybody else.
Yeah,
that's true too.
Yep.
So,
But they advertised Gunther and Jey Uso for WrestleMania. That
wasn't the world title match
Yeah,
initially
that's different.
advertised
That's
for
different.
Backlash and then they moved it back?
No.
Am I misremembering? No,
no,
they never
Okay.
advertised that. For
it doesn't
No,
matter. I thought I remembered.
now we all assumed it was gonna be a Backlash because they started that feud early.
Yeah. Maybe
But,
that was
Yeah.
they never announced it.
They were like, okay, all right. Raw main event Jey Uso. Can't even get that.
Mo, chill.
When's the last time he's main evented a Raw?
Yeah, the women made event in the last 2
2 weeks ago.
weeks.
Was 2 weeks? Was,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I guess it
when he
was
wrestled? When he wrestled?
Oh yeah,
Rollins.
Seth Rollins. Yeah,
Yeah.
Rollins. That was the first time since I think 2024 he main evented.
Been a minute.
First time since
At least
24.
it was last year. Yeah.
No, yeah, I think so. It's been a minute.
Saturday night's main event, Jey Uso. Let's go.
If he can get that,
That's his chance right there.
maybe Evolve main event Jey Uso.
Wow.
Damn.
Crazy.
Even at that point, I kind of got. I'm a little
man.
iffy on that. Even at that point, I'm a little iffy. I'm a little iffy on
No
that.
disrespect.
Triple H. If Triple H,
Crazy,
if Triple H is booking that show, yeah, he's probably opening that show. I'm not gonna lie.
it's crazy.
It's hard to put it's hard to put him in those main event spots. You know when he got.
This man will do anything but give him a main event.
If he's gonna be in the main event, he'd have to fight like the right people for Jay. That's like a weird.
It's
spot.
crazy. It's crazy because Julia just got caught up and she's already main eventing as much. I think she's main evented as many roles as Jey Uso has this year.
I think more honestly.
I am a little bit concerned that they devoted so much TV
On Raw, at
time
least?
to.
Yeah, on Raw, yeah, for sure.
I'm a little bit concerned that they devoted so much time to the Julia Roxanne tag team and then just split them up, just out of nowhere, just put Julia. I'm a little bit like concerned that was the angle they decided. Then they just split them.
You know
up.
what's funny? I think today's the anniversary. I think I saw that's the anniversary of Sasha and Naomi walking out of WWE.
It was, yeah,
And you know why they walked out? Because the women tag team division was trash.
yeah.
And here we are 3 years later. I think it's actually worse.
It's worse than it was 3 years.
I think it's
ago.
worse.
But honestly, though, I had to counterpart what Jay said. I'm actually happy they're not a tag team. They're much better off by themselves. I don't want.
No,
yeah.
my point is, why make that the plan? And then it's almost like they lost faith. It's almost like they bought. They said, no, let's not do that. So if it had started as a team and kept going as a team, I'd be down. If it had started as a singles and kept going as a singles, I'd be down. But the fact they started as a team, did 2 shows, said, oh, wait, no, scrap that. I don't know. And then the way they did it, where she just stepped out of the office and said, hey, welcome to SmackDown, Julia. I don't know. I'm hoping they have better things in store for her because she's extremely talented. She's every bit as talented as Stephanie Vaquer is. So, I mean,
The women's U.S. title. I think she should definitely win that women's U.S. title for sure. Give that title some life.
I could see her winning that if they want to give it to her. I could see her winning it. So I don't know if it'll be anytime soon, but I mean, she would be a good candidate to.
Malik wants Michin to win the U.S. title.
That's what I saw. Give it to her.
It's called my guy. It's called the long back attack. Why are you gooning for a long back? It's called a long back.
Listen, bro.
Long back. It's meant for you not to goon, my guy.
The
The whole point.
Reaching for the push.
The whole point of the long back attack is for you not to goon. It's the opposite of what like that trash boat Nikita Lyons would do. It's
Trash
the opposite
boat.
effect.
Nikita Lyons
Yes,
is
trash
insane,
boat.
dude.
Crazy.
Nikita Lyons
I'm
is
being nice.
certifiably insane. Have you guys seen
I'm
the
being
videos
nice.
of her on Evolve and TNA? She is
I've
certifiably
seen clips.
insane.
I've seen clips.
I've seen the
She
clips.
needs to
I'm making
relax.
my way through Evolve. I'm making my way through Evolve.
She needs
She's
to
very good.
relax.
I haven't
love
checked out
it.
Evolve yet. I haven't checked it out.
It's good.
I've only
I've
seen-
seen clips.
Yo,
though.
bro, you need to check it out. You'll be on there one day. Check it out.
Yeah. You know what I mean? I see clips, man. I just-
What's it on?
the grind is
Evolve-
hard,
man.
bro. The grind is hard.
They're hungry, bro. They're hungry.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Evolve's pretty nice though. They got some nice talent down there. I've seen only bits and pieces of the stuff that she's been doing in TNA and Evolve, so I haven't like watched like a full like. So. I haven't watched the
Y'all play too much.
That's hard.
That's crazy.
She pressed
That's crazy.
that. That's what she'd be
That's
pressing.
her.
She'd be pressing that
Exactly.
D-pad.
She's spamming the button.
Spamming the button. Spamming the button.
Oh, it's so funny.
Spamming an emote.
So who's everybody's pick for Money in the Bank? I don't know if anybody's opinions have changed now. We only have
Don't have like one
one person
in
from
there.
each.
We got like 2. We got 2 weeks, and we got like 2 weeks left after.
Before,
This week.
because before, who do people predict before? My picks were Braun and Naomi before anybody even qualified. That was like a couple weeks ago. Those are my 2 picks.
Mine was.
Those
I think
are
mine
solid.
were Braun or LA Knight and Chelsea, and if I had to go with a second one, it was going to be Naomi. Those are my 2 picks.
My picks
I don't
since
fucking
last
know right now.
Money in the Bank have been LA Knight and Chelsea Green. Chelsea Green, unless they do a story thing where she gets into the match, isn't even going to be in the fucking thing. And I love Alexa Bliss, but there was no reason at all to put them in the same qualifying match. It drives me nuts. So my pick is still LA Knight for the men right now. I'm not going to flop from that yet. The women, I got to see who's in it, honestly. I got to see who qualifies. I got to see who gets in. Because my pick was Chelsea Green, and now she's not in it. So I don't know.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah, I got it. For me, I got to see who's all in it before I make an educated guess right now. I mean, we can pick LA Knight. LA Knight may not even be on that job. Alistair Back's in that same match,
Facts.
so we don't know.
Yep.
We could
I
go
think
out.
he
Watch
might-
Shinsuke win.
I think LA might be a part of it now because I definitely didn't think Solo was going to be in it for sure.
For sure.
Yeah,
For sure.
that's crazy. I thought
No,
I
I
was
thought
Ray
Ray,
Phoenix.
I thought Ray
Ray Phoenix,
was gonna be
bro.
all over that.
It was going to be him.
But also, just because they lost doesn't mean they can't get back in. You know, sometimes when they have these like losers
The last chance.
qualifiers, you know what I mean? The losers,
Yeah,
you know,
last
second
chance.
chance redemption shit, they could do that.
And I don't know who's
I
gonna
gotta
win.
wait. Yeah.
I
What
don't
makes
know
it
who's
hard
gonna
though
win.
for the Money in the Bank now? They only do 6 again. You know, so there's
Yeah.
only 6 spots instead of like 8.
Yeah. And I don't know who's gonna win the LA Knight match, but I know who's gonna take the pin. I'd wager money on who's gonna take the pin in that match, but I don't know who's gonna win.
If I had to bet, I think it would be LA Knight, and then that last spot. Well, because they got qualifying matches on Raw too, right? So I guess they're.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we don't even know.
Oh, they'll probably have one on Raw.
I don't know
I
who would be
haven't
on the
seen.
Raw.
I haven't seen the qualifier. As
haven't.
they announced what the match is.
No,
gonna
they
be
haven't
yet?
announced it yet, but I'm trying to think, like looking at the landscape on Raw.
I think Andrade's gonna be in it. Braun's probably gonna be in it.
Andrade's on SmackDown. You think he's gonna get in too?
Is
Probably.
he on? I think Andrade's gonna get in it. Yeah.
I think Penta. I think Penta.
Penta's a good
Penta, I can see
option.
Penta
I think
being
they're
in there.
Yeah.
I'd still be game for Dominic Mysterio getting in it. Honestly, title or no title.
Logan Paul, I think he's gonna be in it too. I think he's gonna be Jey Uso.
Yeah. Probably.
I don't know if Braun's gonna be in the match. There's a thing because of this whole relationship with Rollins right now. Because Rollins kind of using him as a heavy. So I don't know if he's gonna
Right.
like. Honestly, I feel that this whole alliance is a way to like have Braun break out as his own dude, as another top star. But you know, if they put him in Money in the Bank now, it's gonna tease dissension already. You know what I mean? I don't know. Because Rollins wants to be the top guy right now. So it's
Yeah,
just like,
yeah.
I don't know if he's going to be in the match. I don't know.
Somebody
Or
in
if he is
chat
going to be in the
also-
match, he ain't winning it.
Somebody in chat also pointed out they might be holding all the luchadors out of Money in the Bank because Worlds Collide is that same day.
Oh, that
Ah,
makes sense.
Oh yeah, that's right.
So-
Yeah, but it's like for me, they don't need all
I
of them.
keep
though, you know what I
forgetting.
mean? Like they don't need.
Well, I'm just saying it's a possibility.
yeah,
I'm not
it's a
saying that's what they're gonna
possibility. I
do.
mean, I'm sure that's probably why, but it's like they don't need every single one of them. Like
yeah, they don't need it. But
you
there's
could,
one
Dragon Lee
luchador
could
they
be in
can
there,
use.
Santos could be in there, all of them. But you don't need like.
There's one luchador they can use Money in the Bank. El Grande Americano, motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah,
Grande?
that should be a worse collide. Nah, he's about to win that Triple H title. He's winning that Triple H title. You'll know that.
This Chad story is
Oh, for sure, he's been-
certifiably insane to me.
For sure.
So
For sure.
I hope so. I hope so.
I don't know when. Oh yeah, he 100% won the AAA title for sure.
'Cause I know it's pissing some people off, but it's hey, it's
And then he's gonna go to Mexico and they're gonna have extra security for him.
I don't know
matter of fact, no, I should use him for Worlds Collide.
who.
Americano.
Grande?
Americano.
Oh, yeah,
Americano.
yeah. 'Cause
Oh,
then
yeah.
they could put Chad Gable in.
I wanna
the-
see- I want to see that reaction.
If Chad Gable's getting a chance to shine, I'm down for it. I'm just really confused by the whole thing.
He was in it last year, so.
Well, Chad wouldn't be at Worlds Collide. It'd be Americano. Chad would be at Money in the Bank.
Yeah. Two different people,
So,
man.
You know what I'm saying?
Golly.
Shame he didn't get his WrestleMania moment. I thought he deserved it. I thought after last year he should have got a spot. But
Bro, I can't believe this.
you got to give it to the new guys. You got to give it to the
Snub.
new guys. I get it. I get it. He's high. You got to give it to the hot prospect.
Have Tyler Leopard take my place. I'm done.
You
You hating? Why you hating on them both, man? Come on.
It's never been proven that we don't know his identity. So I mean,
Yeah.
I'm not.
I mean, they were in the same scene. You saw
I'm
Americano
just
be
not. I'm
dragged
not.
off,
I'm not
so-
going to engage. I'm just not going to engage. I'm just going to sit here.
he probably thinks Elias and Ezekiel are the same person. Clearly not.
Yeah, man.
I'm gonna.
Yeah.
I'm going to disassociate
Clearly
like when you guys
brothers. Come on.
bring up Omos. I'm just going to disassociate.
RP Ezekiel. You know what I'm saying?
Man,
Had a good run.
he had a good run, man. He had a good run.
Where's Mo's
I just
son?
hope Charlotte not in the match. That's all I care.
Oh, she going to be in the match.
Yeah, I think she'll be in the match. Just with the
No,
Alexa,
right.
they're teasing something with her and Alexa too, so I could see her definitely being in the match.
I think Charlotte is going to have a non-title feud. Oh my god.
Yeah.
They might actually
That's
give
a-
her a non-title feud.
That's another qualifier, by the way, where I don't know who's going to win for sure, but I know who's going to take the pin.
Yep.
Who else in there?
Unfortunately,
Zelina
Zelina.
Vega.
Your
and-
women's U.S. champion,
Who is it? Zelina and who else? Who's the third?
Julia.
Julia.
Oh
Change
yeah,
that,
yeah. Zelina Vega's getting packed up. Yeah.
Why they put her in the match, bro?
I wouldn't mind if Julia won, and then they could set up a Selena.
I prefer Julia.
Julia going after the U.S. title.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, that'd be great. I love that.
Charlotte could win like the last chance battle royal, whatever they want. I don't care, whatever they want. The last chance gauntlet match or whatever. It doesn't matter. Whatever they want to do.
Six-pack challenge.
I hate gauntlet matches. I hate gauntlet matches sometimes, man. I ain't gonna hold you.
You don't like gauntlet matches?
Nah. Cause it's gonna be booked because it's booked the other two ways. That the one person goes throughout the whole entire people in the match, or
Depends on who
the
does
last
it.
person
Depends on who
wins.
does it.
Yeah. Or the heel comes in at number 6. Yeah.
You know what
It just
I mean?
depends on who
It's-
does it.
it's-
How they do
It's
it.
booked the other two ways. That annoys me.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean, thinking about it the way you study, you're not wrong.
It's just like I've said before. It's just like I quit and last man standing matches. Why even bother having them? I mean, when's the last time a bad guy won one of those matches?
well,
It's
I
been
quit
like 3
matches.
years.
Yeah. Last man standing match. You mean some bad guys can win some last man standing matches. It would just depend
yeah.
how they would lose.
They have last man standing match. Bad
Yeah.
guys are winners.
I'll give you that. But I quit matches. Just get rid of
I
them.
quit.
Just
Edge when Big Show deleted John Cena.
I
The
quit.
only, I think the only heel I've ever seen, off the top of my head,
Chavo.
Chavo Guerrero is the only bad guy I
And
think.
Finn
I
Balor.
remember. At least I remember.
Oh,
when
Finn
he
Balor,
quit.
yeah, too. Finn
Oh
Balor.
wait, Finn Balor. Yeah.
Back when he could actually win a match.
Yeah, Finn, Chavo. I think those are the only two off the top of my head that I could really think of.
Are we talking
But
about
I think
quit?
Chavo's the only one to win
quit
it
match.
like without help because
I think Mike-
Yeah,
Mike
he
killed
didn't
Ray's
have help.
knee.
Going after
Mike-
that left
That left knee got to Ray.
Grande
favorite-
went upside down and just went to town on his knee.
My favorite ending to an I quit match.
Chavo, you're hurting me. I quit.
I'm going to throw it back a little bit. My favorite ending to an I quit match is the empty arena I quit match with The Rock and Mankind, where The Rock he knocked out Mankind and then had a pre-recorded message of Mankind saying, "I quit, I quit, I quit." It's so creative and so funny.
You talking about the Royal Rumble?
Yeah.
I'm not sure on the empty arena was
Rumble.
the halftime heat.
Yeah, it was halftime heat. The empty
That
arena. I
that's
quit.
No, the I Quit was the Rumble, right?
Yeah, I quit with the
Mankind
Rumble.
was hit like
Yeah.
That's
bunch
when
of
he took
times
the
in the
chair
head.
shots to the head. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
the match you're talking about is the one where they had the forklift and it goes to the
Oh,
Rock's face.
yeah,
And he's like,
Yeah, and then
That damn
Mankind lays
camera
on
shot.
top of the forklift. Oh, it's so
yep,
good.
yep.
Mankind
Bro,
and The Rock were excellent together.
You guys ever
They
seen
were so good.
the what is it called, that documentary they filmed for the Royal Rumble, the Beyond the Mat documentary for the Royal Rumble that year? I ain't gonna lie, bro. Those chair shots, that might be the worst in the Hell in a Cell spot. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He took like
That's horrible.
8 of those in a row. Like
It's awful.
Unprotected,
we
bro.
would've-
unprotected. Like the Hell in a Cell spot was crazy, but like, bro, unprotected chair, like
we would
full
have to fight.
force steel chair shots to the skull.
We would have to fight. Like as soon as I got better, we got to fight, bro. Run me
That's
my
crazy,
fade.
bro.
Dude, and even as recently as Shawn versus Vince in 2006, some of those chair shots Vince was taking
Oh
were
yeah.
lethal. Like
Which one?
Jesus Christ.
What
It's the
WrestleMania?
hardcore match, WrestleMania 22,
22?
22, Shawn and Vince, yeah.
Oh my.
And
Hey,
some of those chair
Vince
shots
would
Vince
take
was
some shit
taking.
though, bro.
Oh
You go
my
back and
God.
look at his matches. Like he would take some shit, bro. We were doing like a watch along in one of the discords. We went back and watched Hogan
He's
and Vince,
crazy.
bro. I forgot that he actually jumped off a ladder, bro. Like he literally climbed the ladder and did a leg drop. Like this man's like 60, bro. What are you
It's crazy.
doing? Like a leg drop from the
He's
ladder,
crazy.
bro? It's crazy work. He would always take punishments though, like in his matches. You could watch a lot of his matches that are like one with the stipulations. He would always do something crazy, bro. When I knew he was crazy when he got his face in Big Show's ass. That did it for me. Yeah, I was like, bro, you got it, bro.
That's what did it.
That was it right there, bro. Imagine now he comes up to you now and tells you got to do the most outlandish stuff.
Right.
And you decline it, and he's like, bro, I got my face in Big Show's ass, bro. You can't tell me nothing. Like you got to be like that.
Vince is a piece of shit. We all know that now. But I mean, when it comes to him asking people, even in 2020, how old was he 5 years ago already? And he wanted
Jeez.
Gronk. He wanted Gronk to do that spot in the Performance Center off the balcony down to the floor, and he did it first. He did it. He was like, "Here, I'll show you how to do it," and then he just fucking jumped onto the crash
No
pad.
hesitation.
Bro, remember when he got his ass beat by
Zero.
Kevin Owens on SmackDown?
Oh
That shit
yeah.
was crazy.
Yeah, and he started bleeding.
He
Yep.
was like 72 years old at the time. Like what?
Taking a frog splash.
So he's a piece of shit, but he
You
can
took
take an
a
ass
power
whooping.
bomb too?
Yep.
I think so. I
You
think
think a
so.
pop-up power bomb?
He's a tough bastard.
I'm not
I don't
sure.
remember. I don't remember.
I don't know. I know he took a headbutt. I know it was a headbutt for
Yeah, it
sure.
was a
Frog
headbutt.
splash. I
Yeah.
remember the frog splash. He
So-
took the frog
Oh, he
It was
did
a
the frog
headbutt and a
splash.
frog
Yeah,
splash,
he
yeah.
headbutted him and then frog splashed him.
I could have swore he took a power. I feel like he took a power bomb too. I could be wrong.
He
though.
would have.
You guys
He
keep
would've.
talking. I'll
He would've.
confirm. I'll confirm.
think
He
he
would
would've
have for
took a
sure.
power bomb.
Hell no.
Yeah,
He
that-
did that. He had to take
Honestly,
him off
that
of
would
work.
piss me off though. Like if you had to go out there, he's like, you got to go out there in a dress and dance like a girl or something like that, and then he'd be like, "No, I ain't doing that." And he'd be like, "Bro, I got my face in Big Show's ass.
For real?
Get out there."
Right. Like, come on, bro.
All right. Well, nothing could be worse than that. Honestly, I don't see what could be worse. Like I just can't get any worse. So,
Mo, get out of here.
Big Show's ass, bro. That's crazy, bro.
bro, that's
Dog food. work.
even watching that as a kid, bro. Like I couldn't believe what I
Yeah,
saw.
bro.
No way that just happened. Like I like nah. I thought it was fake. Like no, that's that they edited or something. Like it's edited, pre-recorded, something.
He had his face in Rikishi's ass years prior to that. Don't forget.
Yeah, but this was like Big Show. Like it's crazy, bro. I can't get over that. Like
It stayed there for a while though.
yeah,
Like that's how they won the match.
that shit was crazy. Like there's no
They just-
way.
And he just stayed there for like 5 minutes.
Imagine me and Big Show just having somebody's head and just have to lay there like this. Just
And it's your boss, bro. That's your boss.
why doesn't nobody talks about that enough, bro? That's actually probably one of the top 10 most insane things I've ever seen WWE ever do, bro. Like,
And he was bleeding too.
and he was
Got a
bleeding
bloody
too.
Bloody man's head right up here.
If they did that today, bro, that's going viral all over the socials, all
Oh
over,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
everywhere you can think
For
of.
sure.
It's breaking the internet.
So
Nothing really tough.
Vince took a headbutt, a right hand, a super kick, and a frog splash. That's
Okay,
what
I thought he took a power bomb, but okay. Then again, it would make sense. I don't know how he'd be able to run to the ropes and then jump.
Right.
So,
It's really.
He would have
it's-
tried. He would have
looking
tried.
And again, I want to clarify, Vince is a piece of shit, but I forgot how badass he looked because he gets headbutted and he stands up on his own power and he's covered in blood. And then he just goes, "You son of a bitch," and goes to hit him. And Kevin Owens like counters or whatever. But yeah, Vince, again, piece of shit. I know, piece of shit, but
Crazy.
you can't, you
Crazy
can't,
piece
I
of
don't
shit.
know. Yeah. Crazy piece of shit.
That Kevin
I don't
Owens
know,
feud with
man.
us with Shane was actually pretty good though. I enjoyed it, especially around that time. That Hell in a Cell match.
That was yeah, because you know why? Because all due respect, but the WWE Championship scene was not that good. So,
Who was champion at the time? AJ?
who do you think? Who do you think?
Jinder.
It was Jinder, bro.
Because AJ won it around that time frame. but-
AJ won it after he won it before Survivor Series, like I think like a week or two. Before
Yeah, he did.
Jinder.
He
He
won
was
it
still-
back
he was
in
still
like
doing
London.
before that.
He's feeling Shinsuke.
Yeah, they had a match at Hell in a Cell that was not the Hell in a Cell match. It was a WWE Championship match that was not inside Hell in a Cell.
Well, thank gosh. Good lord.
Well, yeah, obviously, but just to tell you
Yeah,
the state
two
of
good Hell in a
that
Cell matches.
title.
It was a New Day and the Usos, and then Sheamus.
Yep,
and-
yep.
Yeah, so
Yep.
I'll take that. I don't even.
Elite.
Save it.
Yeah, I was.
Abysmal, bro. Abysmal. All right, so let me ask. Let me get to some of these questions we're gonna ask for some of these clips. Let's see. We'll do two different ones here.
Ultimate.
The ultimate.
I was laughing at Braxton Williams because I used to have a tough time going to sleep. Luckily, I started watching WrestleMania 19 every night, so I can finally get some sleep.
That's horrible. It's not even a bad Mania. Yo.
That's not a bad mania. It's not top five. It's just not top five. It's a good mania though.
Yeah, not top
It's
five.
not a go. It's not a put me to sleep Mania. 41. That's a put me to sleep Mania. That's a put me to sleep Mania.
Depends on what match.
41, really?
Depends on what match.
41 night one, and then the main event for night two. Overall.
Yeah, overall.
It was such
Nah,
a come down from
Depends
WrestleMania.
on what match. It depends on what match if we're putting on. If we put on the undercard of night one, yeah, for sure. You take
Which
it.
WrestleMania was it with Kofi Mania in it?
35.
35.
35.
Was it 35?
Wait, yeah, it was 35. Way too long.
Okay.
Way too
Yeah, that's a
long.
put me to sleep
Yeah,
for sure.
because
For
it's
sure,
way
that's a put
too
me to sleep.
long, bro.
That's
I
an
stayed awake
intermission.
for the whole
I need
time,
an
but my buddy's watching it. He's just like, when is this shit over, bro?
right.
They're not wrestling fans.
If they had split up that
Bruh.
mania to two nights, it'd have been
Right.
a really good mania.
Yeah.
I need an intermission. If I watch that
They-
again, I need an intermission.
They
That's
started splitting them because of COVID, but that was 2019. If they were ever going to split, that should have been the first split Mania for sure. I remember that we were sitting in front of our TVs for almost 6 hours that night.
that main event didn't start till midnight.
Insane.
I was like,
Insane.
bro, it is literally the next day. I got
35
class.
is a whole 9 to 5 shift. You're right, Dre.
Yeah.
9 to 5.
I was in college at the time, so it ain't bother me. I was gonna stay up anyway.
Yeah.
I think
I was too. I had school the next day. I was like, damn, I got a class. I got class in the morning, man. Come on.
Yeah, that shit was bad. All right, so we're going to do, I think Lou and Tay, so they'll be new to this. We're going to do a pick between the two. This is WWE and AEW edition. So these are superstars currently I'm going to put together right now. You got to tell me what superstar you think is better between the two. So this is your personal
Lou,
perspective.
just so you know, they always hate me by the time we're done with this shit. I'm just throwing that out there. I'm not popular in this game. All right,
Yeah.
let's do it.
All right, all.
Tay, you should know too. I'm not. Who said that? Nate. God. I keep catching shade, and I'm not sure why.
Love you.
Yeah. Fuck. All right, whatever. Let's do it.
All right, so this is going to be
Yeah.
picked between the two, WWE versus AEW edition. Like I said, I'm going to match up just two people from WWE and AEW, and then you're just going to tell me what superstar you think is better between the two. So it's however you want to categorize it. You could compare it like the whole package when it comes to in-ring and character work or whatever, just based off who you think is better in the criteria between the two individuals. So, Jay, we need your camera on, sir. We're gonna need
This
Yeah,
this
I'm-
bias, right?
I'm adjusting my chair.
Huh?
Give me a second. Go ahead.
We're going biasly, right? This is how we feel.
Yeah, it's who you think is better. Like not picking your favorite, but just like I genuinely believe this person is better than that person. Like
Oh, so non-biased. So we're going
Yeah.
non-biased,
yeah,
regardless
so
of how I
just
feel. So I think it's
whoever
better.
you believe is just really the better superstar. Like I mean, you know, just who you genuinely feel is better between the two individuals. So, and you can actually you can explain a little bit if you want. You don't have to explain. You could just answer and just move on. You don't have to say much. You know, just whatever you want people to kind of speculate and believe. Okay, so let's start with the first one. Rhea Ripley or Toni Storm,
Tony Storm,
and we'll go in order too. Everybody will answer.
without hesitation. Without hesitation.
Is that clear to you?
Clears up. Clears. Especially over the past 2 years, clears. Well, if you
No, I'm not
character
saying-
development, storytelling. Come on, we ain't gotta go there. Come on, bro. It's clear. It's clear as that.
Lou. So what does it go in order? So after everybody just answer in order. So Lou, you go next.
I'm picking Rhea. Picking
Ooh.
Rhea. In ring, presence, ring presence. Just get me wrong. Tony Storm is like fucking hilarious. She's entertaining as fuck, but Rhea is also very entertaining. She has the look, the in-ring performance. She's like also total package right there. She's total package right there. She can talk, do all that. Yeah, I'm sticking with Rhea on this one.
Okay. Tay, what about you?
I'll go Tony. I'll pick Tony Storm.
Okay. Jay?
I love Tony wrestling wise, storyline wise, but it's just with the eye test. Rhea Ripley's just a bigger star. She's just a star. I know we all have a little bit of Rhea Ripley fatigue. I do too. I think she needs to get away from the title for a little while. But yeah, if I was starting a company, picking between the two, I'd pick Rhea.
Charlotte Flair or Mercedes Moné? I ain't talking about Sasha, but we're talking about Mercedes Moné, not Sasha. Like they're the same person, but like we're talking like what she's done like now. So comparing the
Mercedes.
Oh, you can go ahead and explain, bro. My bad.
No, I'm just saying Mercedes. I don't think this should be a question. I don't even think we need to explain.
I mean Mercedes. Like for me, it's Mercedes because Charlotte's been gone for a long time. She came back during WrestleMania season. You know what I mean? And we haven't seen as much as her as we've seen Mercedes Moné throughout the year. So you know what I'm saying. So I'm going with Mercedes on that.
Mercedes.
I know we have Charlotte fatigue. I do too. She needs to get away from the title scene, just like I said for Rhea. Charlotte's just a bigger star. She's just a bigger star. I think they're tied promo wise. I think they're tied in ring wise. I got to go with Charlotte. No, I got to go with Charlotte.
All right, G, we're just playing pick between the two, so I'll let you catch up. We're doing WWE versus AEW, so you're not too far behind, actually. So I'll just give you the first two we just did. So we just did – the first one was Rhea Ripley or Toni Storm. Who do you got between the two?
Oh, that's close. Ooh.
Just who you think is better.
Oh, just who I think is better?
Yeah.
He got the sign out.
Oh. Who I think is better, I'll say Rhea Ripley, but it's closer than a lot of people think. Like that they want to give credit for.
And then Charlotte Flair or Mercedes Moné?
Mercedes.
Okay.
He's talking to me, G.
Oh.
I'm talking to G for picking Rhea, but I'm talking to you.
The only reason why I picked Rhea, me personally, is just because I just think she's like, and I mean literally this much better. Like this much better.
It's
Toni
close.
Storm, her character work, and obviously she can put on a banger match. I'm not gonna take anything away from that.
That's funny you said character work. Because on Rhea's end, that's like non-existent, but it's not her fault.
That's not all her fault. Yeah,
but she never gets to display it. But she doesn't get to display it.
I was about to say, I'm not looking.
How are we supposed to say you're a good character worker if you never even got to really show it?
Well, that's why when he.
It's not even.
That's why when I said who he think is better, I'm looking at it as like if I put them both in their best. Now, if we go about how they're being presented right
who's
now,
had the better year?
I'm taking. If we go, who has
Tony still still has had a better year. She's had a better like 2 years.
Saying, Nate. If that was the question, I'd say Tony Storm.
Yeah, but if that's not when he said who I think is better, I'm looking at like at both at their best. Who would I take?
Yeah,
that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
At their best, I'm taking Rhea by this much. Nothing crazy.
We're on the same. We're on the same page.
I don't even think we've seen Rhea after that. If we're being real. I think.
All right, let's go to the next one. Gunther or Will Ospreay?
Gunther. That's there. You can't put anybody in front of Gunther, and I'm going to disagree. Gunther.
You a bastard for this one. Nah. This guy's got to be Gunther, bro. Gunther's he just makes every match it is just very real. You know what I mean? Everything just hurts, like, you know what I'm saying? And so it's like, and everything is not like, even when he's wrestling people, when he's like, even when he's dominant, he doesn't make it look like a squash, you know what I'm saying? it just makes it look like a fight of your life when you're going up against him. The way he's presenting, the way he wrestles, you know what I mean? He backs it up. People were trying to, like, before I was like, I don't know how he is going to be on the mic, but every time he's on the mic, he's blown everybody away. So you know, he's like a total package right there.
Facts.
Yeah, I'd give it to Gunther. Not taking anything away from Will Ospreay. Will Ospreay is upper echelon.
Easy, Mo. Chill, Mo.
I'm picking Gunther, and I need Will Ospreay to keep his mouth shut.
Tay, I'm glad you said that because I'm picking Gunther, and Will Ospreay is one of the best wrestlers in the world. But for Will Ospreay to disrespect people like Gunther and Rollins and objectively CM Punk and Roman Reigns and Becky Lynch and Rhea Ripley and the list goes on by saying there's no wrestler on AEW or on WWE that can compare with the wrestlers we have on AEW. Get the fuck out of here, Ospreay, with that shit.
Stop talking,
get the fuck out. Stop talking. Stop tweeting. Just be a wrestler. You're a fantastic wrestler. This vote is very, very close. Honestly, right now, I'm spitefully picking Gunther because you need to shut your fucking mouth. Just shut up. Nobody cares.
Spitefully is crazy.
And to piggyback off of that, I actually don't have a problem with what he's doing. I have a problem with what he said, but not with what he's doing. What I mean by that is, even though y'all want to pretend and act like y'all don't acknowledge it, there is competition. That's the whole reason y'all's company was born. So I have absolutely no problem with you saying, over here, we got the best. I have absolutely no problem with that. Because if y'all was over there, it was like, WWE still the best. I'm like, then why are you signing contracts, right? Facts. So I'm with that. However, there's a way to go about it. I'll never forget. I was on some interview or somebody's something, and they talked about the art of building a match. And one thing that you never wanted to do was tear down the other opponent. One thing that you always wanted to do is be like, they're good, they're great, but they're not special. That makes you hype up their opponent while still bigging yourself up in the process. He could have easily been like, they got great people over there. Because I think somebody was trying to say like, there's really no competition between. Indy Hartwell on the interview was like, we really don't have no issues with one another. It's really just the fans. But then when Will Ospreay comes out here and says that, and Kenny Omega comes out there and be like, we're going to get Logan Paul in the main event versus whoever.
Mr. Beast.
Mr. Beast. And I'm like, shut up. Like, stop dragging it. Right? That's what made you guys aren't helping the situation either. It's Gunther because, as Lucius said up here, total package, right? His promo work was the only thing I was somewhat worried about when he came up, and I've never had an issue with it. It's literally been perfectly fine. So he's right now. He's one of the few big men that make you feel like he's dominant. So, the underdog has a chance. He's one of the few people that can do that flawlessly.
And it comes from the top down, by the way. I don't entirely blame Ospreay or Omega because Tony Khan is an immature mark, so all of his wrestlers are going to act like immature marks. I don't know. It comes from the top down.
I disagree with what y'all are saying about Ospreay needs to shut up and all that stuff. No, it creates buzz. You know what I'm saying? Like people, you understand? Like it's a mindset. If you're trying to be the best, believe in your shit. You know. Like you gotta believe, especially when it comes to wrestling, you gotta believe in your own shit. Like, you know what I mean? There's no two things can be right at the same time. WWE guys can think that they're right and think that they're the best. AEW guys can feel that.
And I got a question. I mean, if Seth Rollins came out and said that, would he have gotten backlash? I don't think he would have.
I would have felt the same way about it.
Backlash.
He did though.
He got backlash in 2019, back when people hated WWE, but now everyone loves WWE. So I feel like people would be like, fuck AEW, blah, 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 blah. I'm not talking about you, Dave. I'm talking about the general consensus, which is my main problem with the IWC is that an AEW wrestler can say something and they get crucified for it. Rightfully so in some cases, but then a WWE wrestler can turn around and do the same thing and they'll praise him like he's Jesus Christ. Like, no, literally is doing the same thing.
There's a difference, too, between somebody supporting their brand, right? Like somebody like Chris Jericho, who every week tweets about things that are happening in AEW, right? I have no issue with that. But there's an issue between that and on the far end of the spectrum, and this is getting a little bit off topic, Malik, I'm sorry. But on the far end of the spectrum, if you say the AEW support spectrum and Chris Jericho is down here doing things the right way, Down here at the end, you got Ricochet, who is the worst out of all of them right now. Ricochet is not doing himself any favors by being such a mark for himself on, and I don't care if he's a heel on TV or not. The stuff that he's saying is clearly meant with vitriol and spite and venom. And the way it's like G said, the way that Ospreay said it feels like it falls more on the Ricochet spectrum of what you're doing on social media. That's just me, though. I can't speak for the public outrage or the public outroar. I don't know. That's just me. But putting all that aside, by the way, if I really had to think about it, I'd still probably pick Gunther because someone said in chat, Gunther is just so good at making everyone around him look better. He's just so good at it. He's the perfect professional wrestler. He just has to be booked right. So I would still pick Gunther. Anyway, sorry, I'm rambling.
There's another wrestler who does that certain people don't like talking about, but we'll get on to that later.
All right, let's move on to a couple more. What about Roman Reigns or Kenny Omega?
Damn. Oh, and I have to go first for this shit.
You indeed do have to go first.
I mean, if we're going overall and we're counting everything they've ever done, I gotta give it to Kenny, bro. Like you have to be there for the cleaner.
Who you think is better?
We're saying who's better? Who's better? Like who's better?
Malik said at the beginning, G, whatever your reasonings are, your reasonings.
Okay, fair enough.
You have to be there for the cleaner, bro. Even if I wasn't even a diehard New Japan fan, even I knew how fucking great Kenny Omega was. If I knew, then imagine people who were watching this motherfucker in and out fucking every fucking match. Like this, the matches that I would see, I was fucking amazed. And I wasn't even watching like that. But I was like, damn, this nigga's crazy. So when AEW started, I was like, oh my God, this guy's in AEW. Oh my, I gotta watch. I watched and seeing the one he had when he was a belt collector. Love Roman. I think Roman's reign or his peak in the last 5 years is great. But I think what Kenny has done throughout the 2010s and what he's continuing to still doing, I think that puts him ahead of Roman Reigns. I think Roman obviously is a bigger star. Obviously, we don't have to, but I gotta give it to Kenny. I gotta give it to Kenny.
Someone said whichever one shows up to work at this point. That's crazy.
That's wild.
At this point,
crazy. That's
by the way,
at this point.
In Kenny Omega's defense, he was battling a life-threatening staph infection.
Yeah,
diverticulitis.
Yeah,
diverticulitis.
That's right.
Whichever ones.
Go ahead, Lou.
Y'all hear me okay?
Yeah, it's like scratchy.
I don't know who's that.
Somebody's mic is scratchy.
It's his. Yeah, I've been having to put him on mute here and there.
Oh, okay.
We can still hear him.
Yeah, go ahead.
So, okay. Roman. I get more entertainment out of Roman and Kenny. In ring skill, I'll give it to Kenny, but overall, I'll give it to Roman. I just get more entertained by Roman.
Okay. Tay?
I'll pick Roman. I'm not like super familiar with Kenny, like in most of his matches. I haven't like gone and watched any of them back yet, partially because I'm too lazy. But I know that like he's a fantastic like person in ring for sure, but I think Roman kind of just takes everything else out of the box. So I'm gonna pick Roman.
This is
sorry for your loss, G.
This is entirely a matter of preference. Roman Reigns is, if you were building a WWE superstar from the ground up to be pushed and successful in WWE, you get Roman Reigns. If you were building an independent superstar to be the biggest superstar in AEW from the ground up, you'd end up with Kenny Omega. So it's just a matter of what your preference is. For me, Roman Reigns.
And to Nate's point, I didn't see anything of the cleaner, but I did watch the belt collector. I did watch when he first showed up. I did watch the story that he had with Hangman. And that's honestly what kind of got me to say, you know what? Let me hit the DVR button on AEW and watch weekly. Right? Let me hit the DVR button on it and let me record the series on Spectrum and let me watch that every week so I can skip through the commercials. Right? But Roman, what he did in COVID And that whole period where he got me to genuinely not miss a second, not fast forward a moment, whether it be a promo, whether it be a match, right in the early portions, whether it be, no matter what, I'll be talking here. Let me pause it so I can give my girlfriend her undivided attention, so that way I don't miss whatever he was saying in the Thunderdome.
So I can give Roman my undivided attention.
Like
my tribal chief.
That type of feeling that he got me, like there's only really been 3-4 people in WWE to ever make me truly feel and want to pay attention to everything. Daniel Bryan, CM Punk, Samoa Joe, and Roman Reigns. And that's why I gotta give it to him. Finn Balor, he's my guy, but he ain't never made me feel like that. He ain't never had a storyline where I was just like,
well, yeah, he never did. Just can't win.
Okay. A lot of difference of opinions there. That's fine. And like I said, this is just your personal preference. Who you think is better as a talent? Is just the main discussion. So
and by the way, look at chat to see how much Roman Reigns has shifted the belief in what makes a star in wrestling. Because I look at the comments after you first said it. Roman. I mean, anyone who watches this is going to say, "Oh, look, WWE Mark's picking Roman Reigns again." Roman Reigns is the biggest star in the world, and he will be until he retires. So Roman has changed wrestling.
And to his credit, I think Kenny Omega and MJF are the only 2 people in that company that ever got to the level where like, hey, you could be on the same level as nigga Roman for a minute. Don't Collector Kenny and MJF in his peak before he turned babyface or before he came back from the injury.
Before he got injured.
Yeah, before he got injured. Them 2 was the only 2 I was like, you can put that on the level of what Tribal Chief is doing right now, and I wouldn't be mad at you.
For sure.
So yeah, this to clear for the chat, because I see some people drop some questions and ask, and this is just based off talent wise. We're not talking about career wise, like just who you feel is the better overall talent. That's what everybody's answering individually. So next one, somebody mentioned MJF. This one involves him. LA Knight or MJF?
Oh god.
This is actually closer. But as of right now, just because the way he's made me feel every time I watch him, even with the stuff with the Hurt Syndicate, the stuff with Adam Cole, the stuff with Cody Rhodes, I got to give it to MJF. I love LA Knight. I think LA Knight is great. He just hasn't had that run that really makes me feel like he's the guy. I know he's been in wrestling longer than MJF, but if we're talking about levels, we're talking about how they're being booked. I mean, MJF he's not leagues ahead of LA Knight, but he's definitely got a lot on LA Knight right now. Because,
I was about to say,
LA Knight's good. Mm-hmm. And LA Knight's good. He's really good, but I don't think LA Knight hasn't made me feel the way MJF makes me feel. When MJF is on the screen, he's got my undivided attention. LA Knight does too, but I might hit one of these every once in a while because he's probably going to say the same shit that I've heard. Right. MJF does. He says it. He says it in a way that gets me glued. LA Knight's cool though. He makes me laugh. I love LA Knight, but I might hit one of these when he's on the program sometimes.
Right. I might text the group chat back. I might record
like 2 seconds. 2 seconds. Might just go.
Come on.
All right. Cool.
All right. Can y'all hear me? I just put earbuds on.
Yeah. I hear you.
All right. Cool. All right. I'll give it to MJF for this reason, because when it comes on the mic, both of them are tied to me. But it's what MJF was able to do without wrestling that much. They're giving this man so much screen time, yet he barely wrestles on TV. And you were able to do that. That just speaks volumes. And then when you get in the ring, you always kill it. It speaks volumes to me. So yeah, I'm giving it to MJF for that reason.
Valid.
They're both kind of stuck in this middle ground right now. LA Knight is stuck in the bloodline vortex again.
It's crazy.
Which makes me so mad. And I'm usually always pretty locked in on what LA Knight does, but I mean, MJF has been pretty like what Lou said, like he's been doing a lot of stuff without having to really wrestle. And I just think the stuff with the Hurt Syndicate is actually pretty funny. So I'll go with MJF, even though they're both kind of in this weird middle ground.
I love LA Knight. This next thing I'm about to say might be my hot take for the show. I I actually think LA Knight is a little bit overrated as a promo. The reason I love LA Knight is because it's not that his promos are in-depth and interesting and cutting emotionally. It's that he says it with so much energy and sarcasm and old school wrestling cavorka, as Wade Barrett likes to call it. And obviously he's got the chant. And then in the ring, I think MJF clears LA Knight. I've never been emotionally into a match that LA Knight has had. Obviously, I've been emotionally invested in several of MJF's matches. So yeah, while I love LA Knight, I think MJF is much more flexible as a performer. I think he's got a broader range, and he's just better in the ring. So yeah, I got MJF.
The reason why LA Knight is in the Bloodline Vortex is because they turned Kevin Owens heel, so they needed somebody else.
Yeah.
That's the only reason he's in that Bloodline Vortex, because they turned Kevin Owens heel and they needed somebody else to do it. That's the only reason, right? But I'm not going. Everybody pretty much said what I was thinking. It's MJF. MJF's made me feel he's. I think he said it himself, but because he doesn't wrestle so often, people forget how great he is in the ring until he get in there, and it's like, oh wait, this guy's actually kind of like that. So yeah, it's MJF.
All right, we'll get through a couple of more. I compared some of these other ones up just to see other people's opinions. I want to see if people were going to have different opinions and perspectives. What about Io Sky and Mariah May?
Damn.
I know. Jade.
All right, yeah, you can skip Jade. You can skip Jade.
I know what Jade finna say.
I mean, yeah.
As of right now, bro, I don't want to say it, but as of right now, I gotta give her flowers. I gotta go with Sky. I gotta give her flowers, man. I think she's on another level right now.
Okay.
I've watched more Io Sky than Mariah May, so I have to, unfortunately, I have to give it to Io, unfortunately. Because not unfortunately in the sense that she's not good. I'm saying unfortunately because I don't know too much about Mariah May other than her feud between the stars. That's it. You know what I mean?
Mariah, she had a good little run, but I'm gonna go with Io, bro. She's just... Come on, Jade. Let's hear it.
I abstain.
This ain't wild enough. He's pleading the fifth.
I was like, he pleads it. I plead the fifth.
He plead the fifth. He's gonna say something unpopular. I know it.
The one story with Mariah May and Toni Storm was fantastic. I've seen very little from Mariah May outside of that has really impressed me that much. I've never been a president of EO's fan club. I will admit she's gotten better. I don't. She's growing on me a little bit. I still don't see her as this top 10 world-saving best thing since sliced bread kind of deal as you guys do. But I guess EO. I don't know. EO, sure, why not?
I guess.
Whoa, EO can only wrestle. That's kind of
crazy, dog.
But yeah, that's kind of crazy. So this is what I will say, Jay, to your point, because I know everybody else in the chat's kind of just going straight EO, right? Me personally, I actually do think it's closer because if we keep it a buck, play a little devil's advocate, we hear now. EO, as great as we know she could be, was really floundering. It was just kind of, there and not as big as she is now. Now, credit to her. That Queen of the Ring tournament, losing the title to Bayley was probably the best thing that could have happened for her. Because that damage control vortex she was in did nothing for her. Like, she won the title at Money in the Bank, feuded with Mia Yim and didn't do nothing, or Michin. Feuded with Michin and didn't do nothing until she lost to Bayley. That was horrible. Right now, she got the big Mania win, the triple threat. She doing nice things. I can rock with it. I feel like, and I know some of y'all said y'all haven't really seen much of Mariah May. But when Mariah May came up, I'm not gonna lie, I thought she was a jobber. I didn't know what she did either, but she was low-key putting on bangers, so it's closer than we think. I really do believe that, but I'm gonna give it to EO because this EO that we're seeing is kind of the EO that should have been here the entire time. But they fumbled it at first, and now we're kind of seeing the EO that we were trying to get Jade to believe in. The EO Sky we saw in NXT. So she here now. But if this would have been like, what, a couple months ago, 6 months ago? Yeah, Mariah May would have cleared. I'm not going to hold you.
Yeah. Y'all got to do the EO thing. You got to You gotta do it. Y'all gotta do it.
Oh, even Jade. Even
He
Jade.
did it. All right, so he picked the
All right, nothing too crazy yet. So we're gonna continue, and then there's nothing, at least nothing to me too crazy. So I don't know how the next one's gonna be. What about Jay Uso or John Moxley?
Jey Uso.
That's nasty. That's nasty work, Malik.
So nasty.
That's nasty.
Oh
That's nasty work.
Gotta choose one.
Oh, which one does the IWC hate more? Oh, let's see.
Oh
All right,
my
Ty.
God.
I mean, I'm not taking that skinhead, bro. Look out of here.
That is
Why you
crazy.
say that? Nah, right now, shit. If it was Dean Ambrose, I would have been like, yo, Dean Ambrose. But you talking about right now. Right now it's Jey Uso. Right now it's Jey Uso. He's hot right now, bro. The IWC don't know shit. The fuck they know. They were just cheering this motherfucker like a few months ago. This nigga wins a Rumble. All of a sudden, oh, this nigga can't wrestle. Shut up. Jey Uso, bro. Jey Uso, bro. He has a connection that not a lot of people was able to, achieve without, in a while. You know what I mean? So I guess Jey Uso, bro. All day.
Okay, Tay, who you picking?
Hey, 4 letters, 1 word. Yeah.
Yeet.
Yeet.
Jade?
I'm sorry, bro. Death Riders are horrible.
Yeah. Again,
It started
I
off
think
good, and then
It did.
I think Moxley and Uso are similar in that they both have strengths, but then they both have huge faults too. So I think again, this comes down to what your style is. Me personally, 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
G, who you picking?
yeah. So you asking me to pick Heat Man or Blood Man?
No, do not play devil's advocate. I swear to God. I
Blood
won't.
Man.
No, I'm not playing devil's advocate. I'm saying that's what you asking me to pick: Heat Man or Blood Man, and I'm gonna go Heat Man because Blood Man, bro. I promise you, the Death Riders when they first started, I was like, oh, I can kind of get behind this. Then it became the Reign of Terror, and I'm like, wow. But guys, it's okay. It is okay. Darby Allin has reached the top of Mount Everest, and he's coming back soon. He finally reached the top of Mount Everest. He's coming back soon. I promise y'all. I think he either reached it this morning or yesterday, but he's reached the top of Mount Everest finally. So he's coming back soon, guys. I promise you. I'm
gonna do a coffin drop.
Shout out Darby Allin. I think it's gonna.
All
I don't know
right,
how long it took him to get up there, but it'll take him like a month.
It took a while. It took a while. All right, still nothing too crazy. Nothing too crazy.
Just tell him to get a helicopter and get his ass back to fucking AW, man.
Please get this title off this man, please.
Tony Khan, just pull up in a helicopter. Say, get your ass up here. Come on.
Yeah,
you got a title to win, kid.
They should film that and have him fly from that helicopter to the arena and just wrestle right away.
And then coffin drop from the helicopter. Right from the helicopter. Just
he'll do it too.
Oh yeah. It'd be a joke, and he'd be like, "For real, I'll do it." Like,
all right, still nothing too crazy. This one might be a little. Actually, I don't know how y'all gonna feel. Okay, y'all answers are kind of the same right now. What about Dominic Mysterio or Ricochet?
Oh, what the hell?
oh man! All right.
What the hell?
No, hold on.
What the hell?
Hold on. It's actually closer than people want to say. Ricochet is doing some of the best work of his career right now.
Yeah, I know.
Some of the best work he's done in a long time. And honestly, all he needs is a title. All he needs is a good title reign, and he's already better than his black and gold run. Like his run is good. He's actually doing tremendous work.
Yeah.
But that being said, I mean, since 2023, Dominic has been one of the best heels in wrestling. So it's closer than people want to admit, but I gotta give it to Dom. But it's closer than people want it.
I'm going against the grain on this one. Yeah, that's the Ricochet. Give that shit to Ricochet. That's work he's done. Okay. And I'm only doing this to piss the IWC off because I agree with Ricochet. Y'all motherfuckers turned on him as soon as he put pen to paper to AEW. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. As soon as he put pen to paper to AEW, everybody turned on him for no fucking reason. Because before, when he was on WWE, everybody was talking about how underutilized he was. And as soon as he goes to the place where he could be utilized, oh, he's trash. He was never that good. Get the fuck out of here. Ricochet has always been good. He just needed something. Ricochet has always been good. He just needed something. He just needed a little something. Now he's like leaning in, and now he has a little more, you know, I don't know if I wouldn't say creative control. I don't think anybody gives people full creative control that they never should. But
Nah, cook more, Mo. Cook more.
But yeah, man, Mans was cooking in AEW since he came in and turned heel. He's been cooking. He's leaning into like all the stuff the people have been saying about him, and then making that shit funny. The whole bald shit and everybody slapping him on the head in a match. That shit has me dying every.
It does pop me. It does pop me.
Well, and only thing I would say, I don't think people turned on him right away. Because there was already people that was kind of like, yeah, you great, but you lose all the time. And he was getting fed to Braun Breaker and even Ilya before he left, right? I think it was when he got to AEW and was still trying to be that go-lucky baby face. I think that's when people was like, bro, we don't want to see that shit. And then he turned it into, which credit to him. He did a great job turning that stuff to the heel. That little, like, I think he did it first. And it was like he got ripped for it and bullied for it, and then he's like, "All right, cool, I'm gonna troll y'all with it now." But at first, when he got to, I don't think it was when he signed the contract. I think it was when he was still trying to be a babyface over there. It was like,
oh, wait, hold on. I think what also is when his girl Samantha Irvin left right after him. I think that also.
The hate for Samantha Irvin is wholly unnecessary, by the way.
So forced.
Entirely agree.
They hated him for that.
Tay, who are you picking, Tay? Dom or Ricochet?
It is a lot closer than people think. Because low-key Ricochet been cooking. He's been doing some fantastic work. Probably the best work he's ever done in his entire career, at least. Even better than Black and Gold. Dom's been more consistent though, so I'll go Dom.
Yeah, listen, Ricochet clears Dom in the ring, and he's been doing great work recently. I ain't never heard Ricochet get a pop like Dom got at WrestleMania, though. That's all I'm saying. I picked Dom.
And to piggyback off of that, see, me and Jay, we're on the same type of timing today, because I was going to say, I don't know how many people could lose that much and win and get that crazy of a reaction. I don't know, because Dom was the feeder. With the original Judgment Day, all he did was take the pin. Then JD showed up. JD kind of started taking it, but Dom was still taking pins. And then he joined Liv and still lost. So it was like, I don't know how many people could lose that much. He had this little.
You know who was taking pins the whole time?
Oh. Shut up.
Finn Balor.
It's 2023, baby.
1, 2, 2, 2, 2, 2, 3.
Ring the bell.
Ring it when he's doing the entrance, bro. Just ring it and he's on the way to the ring.
His own stablemate ever.
Why you say that?
Oh shit!
All right, I got two more for you guys.
Finn Balor.
Finn Balor's not on here. Don't worry. He would definitely be an answer. So
because he would have lost. So
Finn Balor or Shanti the Adonis.
This one. What about Jacob Fatu or Swerve Strickland?
Fuck.
Damn it! I hate you. Why do I have to keep going first?
That's nasty.
Oh, bro. Because my introduction to both these guys was in MLW, so I've been following them for like 6 years. Oh my god.
I mean, I can go first if you're still trying to determine.
Nope, G's ready to go.
No,
go ahead, G. Go ahead, G.
Keep it in the order. Keep it in the order. It'll be consistent.
Okay.
Only because he has a world championship in a major company. I gotta give it to Swerve just by this much. I love them both. But Swerve, they're both great. I can't even they're both great. They're both menaces. They're both great. I think if they had a match today, we'll go freaking bananas. I think they would have an all-timer, but I gotta go with Swerve. Only because he won a world title. That's it.
I'm gonna give it to Swerve as well. Mad as fuck. Why the hell did you do this, Malik?
Right.
I give it to Swerve, not because people say also Swerve's brother or some shit. I don't care. Even though I cut my hair for the exact reason. It's like, nah, I'm kidding. I give it to Swerve because how he rose to the ranks. You know what I'm saying? Like when he was in AEW, he first came in, you know what I mean? He was doing the tag team stuff. He was doing the mid-card stuff. He did lose matches. I felt like he should have won, but, you know, it just took him like one promo and one feud to really get him to the way he's at. You know what I'm saying? That one promo where he cut on Adam Page, Hangman Page, and then that series of matches they did, and then catapulted him to like the main event seat. You know what I mean? Just showing that body of work. Jacob Fatu, he was put at the top quick. You know what I mean? Not saying that he ain't earned it. He definitely earned it because he's fucking amazing. But it was just like, damn, we haven't seen him struggle to get back up there yet. You know what I'm saying? So that's just me, because that's just me. But I think I'll give it to Swerve just because he came from the ground up, in my opinion.
Tay, the floor is yours.
Yeah, I'll pick Swerve for the same reasons that Nate said. Even though like Jacob's like rising like rapidly fast, Swerve has been like consistently at the top for like the last year and a half, so last 2 years. So yeah, I'll pick Swerve.
Again, this is just a matter of your preference. For me, it's Jacob Fatu.
Nate,
Great.
Nate, all gas, no brakes when I swerve is for sure the intro to their tag team in WWE and Vince McMahon. That is for sure the intro. That is for sure
when they
the
get
intro.
when they get Def Rebel.
That is for sure their intro, bro. I can literally hear the mashup in music. I can literally hear it. Oh my god!
All gas, no brakes. When I swerve,
it's gonna start, bro. Bro, it's gonna start off. Whose house? Swerve, huh? I'm all gas. No, brakes. Swerve. You're not rock. I can hear it right now. But
Chris Nana
for
gonna
me-
remix the dance. He's gonna start shaking instead of doing the swerve. He's gonna
Prince Nana doing Jacob Fatu's dance. Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious. I'm going Jacob Fatu because I thought when Braun Breaker came up, I was like, yeah, strap a rocket to this man. Jacob Fatu, I'm not gonna lie, he made me believe in Solo Sikoa. I was like, oh, Tongaloa might not have did it, but Jacob, I love you, Solo. Hey, Solo, I might rock with you too. You got Jacob Fatu behind you. I might rock with you too. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna go Jacob. But Swerve, and it's also partially disdain because Swerve beat Samoa Joe for that world title. So partial is disdain because I'm not over that.
No,
I'm not over that, but you know,
you must hate a lot of guys for beating Finn Balor.
Yeah,
it's different. It's different. Samoa Joe. That was my first like true like, yeah, this is my guy, and I don't think he should ever lose. Finn Balor.
Hey, he made it further than we thought.
Yeah, he did. Shoot.
last one for this topic and category: Sami Zayn or Hangman Adam Page.
Dang, this close too, low key.
This is really close.
This close too, low key.
Damn, these are two of my
one of
favorites.
the greatest babyface of all time versus the best character in AEW. God damn.
Damn, that's actually really hard.
Someone said
Damn,
Tongaloa
bro.
or Sin Cara. That's hilarious.
Honestly, bro, this is a flip a coin. Honestly, to me, you can just flip a coin. I think both are equally as talented in what they do. I'm gonna give it to Hangman just because I feel when he speaks, I feel like he's more justified in everything he does and everything he says. I feel like he has a legit reason to be the crash out that he is right now. And Sammy, he does tend to kind of teeter into a holier than thou sense, which I understand him being like the moral compass of the locker room, but it just gets annoying sometimes. Not to the point where I hate him, but it does kind of like, come on, man, like do you have to be this preachy right now? Like, can we just wrestle? Yeah. Can you just kind of leave that at the door? That's no reason, but it's not egregious. I think people give him too much hate. I think people give him too much hate for it, but I'm gonna give it to Hangman just because I feel like with his character, I feel like there's less holes that I can poke in his character at this moment.
Exactly. They're both baby faces who struggle with confidence, but Hangman Page is totally justified. Totally justified.
100%.
Every day talking about Sami Zayn talk about being an underdog with Chad Gable. Nigga, you just beat Gunther. What are you doing? Like, shut up. Oh my god.
Oh man,
That was
damn.
funny.
Okay, shit. So I was saying before, one of the best baby faces of all time versus the best character in AEW. I'm giving that shit to Hangman. Just the character arc, the progression. It's like, damn. I mean, don't get me wrong. The whole bloodline shit, like, hold up. Thought I had to sneeze. Okay, cool. Thought I had to sneeze. All right, so the bloodline shit with Sami Zayn, I love it. What was dope about it? It made it a little more interesting. But then, like, after he left, it went back to just like, him and Kevin Owens again. That story we've seen before. You know what I mean? Not saying it's bad, but it's just the progression Hangman is. He's had more story arcs and more character development than anybody on that roster, and it's killed it every time. So I'm gonna give it to Hangman on that.
I think I'm picking Hangman Adam Page too. I don't know what it is right now about Sammy, but I'm not feeling it right now. I also don't trust him either.
You need to go ahead and join that group.
I don't want him.
He said I don't trust his ass
right now, but I don't know. I legit thought he was going to attack Jey Uso the night after WrestleMania. I legit thought it
I
was
think
happening.
we all did.
Yeah.
At least
I think we all did. Yeah, we saw him look at Jay. Was like,
he was looking.
I didn't think anything.
Nah,
he need to go ahead and join that group.
I don't think he needs to be in. I don't think he fits in.
I do.
he need to talk to Karrion. He need to talk to Karrion Kross.
Bro, Karrion, come on, man. Karrion finna have him join that group. I promise you.
Yeah. I think Hangman plays both sides better as a face and a heel. So I'll pick Hangman.
Hangman's got terrific character work. I honestly don't think there's any pairing of two guys from AEW and WWE that would be more similar than these two are in their in-ring style and the way they play their characters and the way their stories play out. I think the tiebreaker for me, though, is that when it comes to Hangman Adam Page, when I watch the culmination of those stories, I want to see that story end because the story has been so good. But when it comes down to the end of Sami Zayn's stories, I want to see Sami win. Like, whether it's Roman or the Usos or Gunther. When I watch the culmination of a Hangman match, I'm not sitting there going, okay, come on, Hangman, come on. I'm on the edge of my seat wanting to see how the story plays out. But every time Sammy's in a big match, man, the way he works that story's got me on the edge of my seat. Like, come on, Sami. Come on, just do it this time. Just do it, please. So, yeah, I got to go with Sami.
Dang, I'm actually kind of like the exact opposite, Jay low-key. Because I wanted Hangman to beat Kenny. I wanted Hangman to win the feud. Because I was like, bro, you mean to tell me this man attacked your family, went into your house, terrorized your family, and everybody booing you? No, that's crazy, right? So I'm kind of opposite, but yeah, I'm gonna go Hangman. I think the culmination of his stories, even though obviously Sami Zayn got the Bloodline one main event WrestleMania, that was crazy. I think the Kenny story, the Swerve feud that he had, I think he just does it a little bit more consistently. And I'm kind of with Nate. There's less holes in his character as opposed to Sammy's with his. So I'm gonna go Hangman.
By the way, I don't see Sami Zayn get enough credit for this online, but if it's not for Sami Zayn, I don't think the Bloodline story has the legs to go the distance. I think the Bloodline story would have ran out of steam.
No, we're done.
Way before it did.
Yeah. You're 100% correct.
My dog. I agree.
Yeah.
He helped bring life to the storyline, so I mean, I agree for sure. He helped bring it back up, to help it feel relevant again to the product. So.
I don't like that Sammy being a hypocrite right now, though. Even though Seth Rollins being a hypocrite too, I don't like that Sami Zayn being a hypocrite right now. Basically telling Seth, bro, you're trying to be like Roman. This isn't you. My nigga, didn't you just go back to the dude? Wasn't you with him for months on end?
Yep.
Like, didn't you just go? At the first sign of trouble when he came back, did you not join him for War Games? I'm not trying to hear that shit.
Nah,
like,
you forget though. You still had the other bloodline, so it's just like more like joining forces with the evil against an even bigger evil. You know what I'm saying? You had Jacob Fatu on the other side. You want to fight them niggas?
Yeah,
If they would have let that, if they would
Was
have
Jacob
let that
Fatu in
go,
that War Games match?
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, Jacob was in the
Who's it?
War.
Jacob was in that
Him
match.
and Bronson Reed on the same team. Shoot.
Yeah.
Bron-
Oh
Yeah, Bronson
yeah,
Reed
yeah.
joined.
I'm not gonna lie. On paper, Jacob Fatu and Bronson Reed. I don't care who over there should not.
Yeah,
be
that's a
on
wash.
paper.
in my
The way they was killing it. Oh my god, bro! If Bronson Reed come back and join with JC Mateo, I'll call him what he's called. If you come back and join and have affiliations with JC Mateo on them, yeah, I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
That SmackDown cooked for a minute.
That might be.
You thought the
might be-
Bloodline Vortex before?
Yeah, that might be Solo's
bad?
new bloodline.
That name is terrible, by the way.
JC Mateo.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not.
It's
too
fine.
bad.
It's a
I
WWE
didn't
name.
hate it.
It's a basic WWE.
I was about to say. I knew he wasn't gonna keep no Jeff Cobb. So it's fine.
I'm surprised actually because they usually let people keep their names. Like
Yeah.
now they do. They've been letting people keep.
It
their
is
names.
weird. Yeah, every free agent they brought in the last year or 2 years has been able to keep their name, but maybe it was Jeff Cobb's decision. I don't know.
Mhm.
Maybe.
All right, next thing we're gonna do here is something. I don't think this is something new. So this is basically just gonna be a random of different questions that I'm gonna ask, and this is gonna be called thumbs up or thumbs down. You're gonna put a thumbs up for it that you like it, or thumbs down. Just ass to you, trash. No, you don't like it. So thumbs up, thumbs down. John Cena's heel turn so far in 2025.
Yeah, I was going to say I'm with Jay.
I got to see what happens with R-Truth and
I'm
Cody
teetering.
Rhodes.
I'm teetering more towards down.
I'm teetering down, but
So the reason I'm giving it a thumbs
Because
up
that's the point.
is because all the. That's crazy.
I'm sorry.
That's crazy.
I just know the comments. That's just the
Pause.
point. He's supposed to ruin wrestling.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said that's crazy. But the reason I'm giving it a thumbs up is because all the things I don't like about it have nothing to do with John Cena specifically. It's things that he can't control. And so even though you can, I don't blame y'all if y'all take that into account. I understand it. For me, I'm looking at it as like, okay, well, what is Cena doing? Because he's the one that got to come out here every week and try to justify The Rock not showing up through his stories. He's the one that got to come out here every week and tell the story, right? Even though the big point of it, he just decided he didn't want to be here anymore. So when I take all that into context, I think John Cena by himself has done great. Other than, except for the match at Mania, that one wasn't good. I understand that. Everything he's been doing in the lead up and everything he's done after, to me, have been great. I think, now granted, I've seen a lot of people say, oh, well, why didn't Cena do this to Truth on TV? Because if he didn't do it at the press conference, y'all wouldn't watch the press conference. They want y'all to watch it. That's why they're doing these things at the press conference, because they want you to watch it. That's why the whole time when I was leading up to Mania, that's why I kept referencing this nigga said best for business at the press conference. He's not gonna say it on TV because everybody gonna see it. He gonna say it at the press conference, and that's how we got here. So I think what he's done so far, the R-Truth stuff, I do love that it's non-title match. I do love that because now there's a chance I actually believe Truth might sneak a win, like by the grace of God. If it was for the title, I wouldn't believe it for a second. So I do like that it's non-title, but I think everything that Cena has done, especially with the storytelling and the character work he was doing after the Randy match, I think that's putting.
I need to see
It's
Cena
still-
finish a weekly episode of TV without laying on his freaking back.
That's
He ends every promo on his back after taking a finisher. I need to see him do something else. It's just been too repetitive, G. It's too much of the same thing.
That's fair. He'll put R-Truth on his back.
Pause.
No, did you?
Yeah. All right. Thumbs up, thumbs down for an Evolution
videos
Part
back?
2 pay-per-view, all women pay-per-view.
As long as it's done right. I mean, there's nothing wrong
I
with
hope
it.
they announce it soon.
Yeah,
That's what I'm waiting on.
I thought they already
No,
did.
it's been rumors.
it's still
It's
rumors.
Rumors.
Is it not July 12th? I
It's
could have
just
sworn I saw a
rumors.
date and
It's
everything.
rumors. They haven't confirmed
Oh,
anything.
wow.
Not even confirmed.
I thought it was
I'm cool with
I
it.
saw the date and everything.
It's about time if they actually do it.
Yeah, I mean, there's been speculations that it could happen this year, but it hasn't been confirmed that it's going to. So,
I feel like that's a pretty big deal that you kind of want to announce it in a good amount of time. But
yeah.
especially it's going, you know, and that's
They'll
the same day as All In too. So
I was about to say they're probably going to announce it at Saturday Night's
Maybe.
Main
But
Event. I
I just read through
Saturday
I just read
Night
through
Main
the
Event.
headlines of 4 different articles that all say July 12th, and all of them say reportedly in. So it's not
Oh,
confirmed
okay.
yet.
Mhm.
They'll probably
Where there's
announce it
smoke,
at
there's
7
fire,
next
so it
week.
probably will be July
Yeah.
12th, but I got to hear it from WWE first.
Petty.
Uh,
Petty as well.
Thumbs up, thumbs down to bring back Money in the Bank at WrestleMania.
If I could put my freaking feet up in the air, yes.
I'm not opposed to it.
It would help Mania. It would help the yearly schedule. It would
After-
help the briefcase itself. It would help the match. It would help the competitors get more people on Mania. I don't see the problem.
I will say after this year, yes, please. After this year, yes. Because night one and night two could have. Yeah, I mean that's what we did. That's what me and Jay did. I think night one. I think night one could have used the Money in the Bank briefcase severely bad. They really needed a ladder match.
Right.
They needed something.
Right.
Night two could have helped. That could have helped.
You know what really would have helped? Maybe a triple threat tag team match with 3 of the best teams in the world. That might have helped. But I know that's hard to do. I know that's
Triple H
to do.
just not being a ball fraud, but yeah, that would help.
What's your reason for keeping it in the middle, Lou? Why you have it in the middle?
Because I hear what you're saying. Because like if you put it in Mania, you're gonna have to have 2, one for night 1, one for night 2. You can do the women's on, you do the men's on night 1, women's on night 2. That's dope. But what I like about keeping it its own thing because it's another pay-per-view to let you look forward to. So at one point, like, we had the whole big 3 before, Survivor Series, Rumble, and Mania. Survivor Series at one point was like, why the fuck are we having this? And then they made Money in the Bank its own thing, and it made me want to replace that. You know what I'm saying? So, sorry, not big 3, big 4. Sorry, I forgot about SummerSlam. But yeah, Survivor Series is like the weakest one. When they had Money in the Bank, I was like, we can replace Survivor Series with Money in the Bank because I don't think it's really been a really bad Money in the Bank, to be honest. I mean, there's the pandemic one, but it's the pandemic. What you expected? So, I just see both. I see benefits in just keeping both for both sides of it. That's why I had the thumbs in the middle.
I think it is a big 3 right now. By the way, Survivor Series is so far from Rumble, Mania, and SummerSlam. It doesn't feel special at all. It's just an excuse to do War Games at this point. I don't even consider it a big 4 anymore. I just consider it a big 3, especially since it's so close to the Rumble already. It already struggled to stand on its own. But there's nothing special about it anymore. I don't know. I don't care for it.
Well, I think
we're off topic, but I don't care for Survivor Series.
I think Survivor Series got killed for so long. Even with the introduction of War Games, that's basically been the Bloodlines match. So I got to see what they do with War Games without it. And this might be the first year this might be the second year because I think was Cody in there? No, they were versus Judgment Day. So this is gonna be the second year we do a War Games without the Bloodline. So hopefully, it was gonna have to need a lot of.
Who said the Bloodline not gonna be in Survivor Series this year? Who said that? Who said that?
I said.
Who said that?
You think they're gonna be?
I think the Rogue
Bloodline might be
definitely gonna be.
They might be at this point. Bro, they might be at this point. You gotta look.
If there are War Games again. If there are War Games again, bro,
it's either them or Cecily. We got to see because if they don't have if they don't have another man by that time, then yeah, they're probably not going to do Survivor.
Well, that's
or they might.
We are kind of.
Wait, hold on. They might at this point. They might with the Rogue Bloodline at this point. You never know. You never know. I won't be surprised.
Right?
I won't be surprised.
But I know we kind of got off topic, but I just assumed when we got to the War Games, I thought we were going to get Seth, Braun, Sammy, and the New Day versus Cody, Roman, Punk, and the Usos. That's what I just assumed. That's because that's gonna be your kickstart to Seth Roman at Mania. At least that's what I thought. Right. So, but either way, I put thumbs in the middle because kind of what he said, Survivor Series already had so much work to catch up. Money in the Bank is also a really big draw, like just money-wise. That's a pay-per-view that I don't think they want to lose. And I also kind of look at it like, yes, it would fix the problem of your want to get everybody on the card. But I'm not going to lie. If they just throw random people in there on Mania, it's a lot less forgivable, at least in my opinion, because I hate that little whole just throw random people on there for the sake of getting them on there. It would be a lot less forgivable on Mania because it's your biggest show, as opposed to a Money in the Bank that's leading into your SummerSlam. Like that's how I kind of look at it. Now, I do agree with y'all. This year, yeah, they definitely needed that. They definitely needed that for sure. But I think in the past, like 2-3 years, they really didn't.
But
So
it's not like
that's
it
why
was
I'm
just
kind of in it.
taking this year as the example. It's not like it was just random jobbers that were left off. It was Braun Strowman wasn't on the card. Andrade wasn't on the card. Santos Escobar, which he gets no reaction, but he's
Yeah,
still
I'm
named.
kind of with
But-
you, G, on that front.
But
I'm kinda with you.
my point is, even if it's if there's 8 people in that match, right, and 4 of them are people that you don't really believe in, like a Santos, at least there are a few people in there that you do believe in that could possibly win the match. I don't know. The only point that I agree with you on, G, is the point of the pay-per-view is too big of a draw. They're not going to get rid of it. They're probably not, because they can take that show to London and Saudi Arabia and wherever, and people are going to buy tickets for it. It's such a big spectacle. But I don't know. I just feel like if you're looking at it strictly from a booking and a talent perspective, it just makes too much sense for Mania to be on, or for Money in the Bank to be on Mania. I don't know. I'm hopeful.
Is my camera delayed?
We're good
All right, I'll leave and join back. Wait, so
right now.
is it? Or
It's
is
not
it
for me, no.
Yeah, just leave and join.
Right
back.
now, you're good.
It was
Yeah.
for a minute. So.
Yeah, probably best to leave.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me know if it happens again.
Thumbs up or thumbs down to get rid of the women's tag team titles completely.
Donezo. Done with them. You can't book them. You got no teams to put in them because you released all of them. No, get rid of them.
Sasha and Naomi were completely justified.
Yep.
They still are to this day.
For sure.
Damn.
For sure. Actually, no. Don't get rid of them. Send them down to NXT where they belong.
No, but
That's
the
the
question
only
is to
place
get rid of
they'll
them
actually
completely.
book them.
Like, just
Oh yeah, so I changed it. Send them to NXT. That's what I don't want you to get rid of them. Just send them down to NXT because they actually have teams and they actually have a division where they can.
Name the teams though.
I don't
I'm
know who's
interested.
writing
I'm
for
interested.
NXT.
What's the teams you got? Because I don't think NXT has a lot of teams besides
Same thing.
Fatal Influence.
Oh, did they just release?
Yeah.
They released
Yeah.
Jakara, and they only have the Fatal Influence.
Yeah.
Everyone
the
else
only,
is
the
just
only,
kinda
the only
like
team,
friends.
the only team they
Well,
have is I think
I
it's
was about to
Soruka, Zarya, but Soruka's
Well,
champion.
they
But
had
Soruka's
them-
the champion.
They had the Tatum. Oh, honestly, they just released
Yeah.
people because Gigi Dolan
Yeah.
and Tatum
Yeah,
and
they're
them,
gone.
they just
Yeah.
tag team and yeah.
I mean,
okay.
unless you want to send the titles to
Never mind.
Evolve,
Yeah, they released.
That's
them.
what I said. You got no teams. You released them.
yeah, you might as well just.
Okay, so this one. Thumbs up, thumbs down for WrestleMania in the UK.
Absolutely. At least once.
What? Long overdue. Long overdue.
Some people are really against it. They don't like the crowds over there.
Yeah, who cares? I don't care.
Those are those are the people that hate the foreign
Yeah,
crowds in general.
those are
They
the
hate
people that-
they hate the chants. They hate
Those are the people that go
Makes
to
it
live
fun.
shows in Idaho and do one of two
What?
things with their
What?
hands.
what?
No, I'm talking about with their hands. They either sit on their fucking hands or both hands are doing this, trying to get a perfect shot for fucking TikTok. Put your phones down and watch the show, and I promise you'll enjoy it a lot more. Anyway, yes, the UK definitely deserves a WrestleMania sooner rather than later. Absolutely.
Thumbs up or thumbs down for Becky Lynch to win the Intercontinental title.
Who cares at this point? Sure, why not?
Oh, come on, Jay.
No, I heard it was reported.
Come
Hey,
on,
y'all didn't
Jay.
see the report that it was that WWE has no plans for that title.
Yeah.
And it's no surprise. They definitely don't. Like it was from the beginning. I could easily tell there was no plans for that belt because they introduced them on main event. On main event, not on Raw, not on SmackDown, not during a press conference, not during a pre-show. Main event. The show nobody watches.
Yeah. Hey, honestly, I'm not gonna lie. Didn't know that show still existed, Nate. But you know what's so crazy? There's so many people now on the internet and in this comment section who hate the mid-card titles. And you want to know why they hate them, Nate? You want to know why they hate them, Nate? For the same reasons we were telling them not to introduce them in the first place. You have no depth.
And you-
And I told Triple H, I said, don't let this internet peer pressure you, gang. You don't have the depth for it. Do not I was like, you can't even fix the tag titles, and they gave you a layup for that. You had damage control right there, but no, what did you do? Aaliyah and Raquel. So no, you can't even get that right.
And
To
take it one step further,
before you
if
introduce
you
them.
are going to have them, if you don't book them correctly, you are only going to highlight how poor your depth is. How can you possibly fumble it? Maybe by putting one of them in a tag team match at WrestleMania and then having the most over woman on your roster currently carrying one of those titles lose to someone who couldn't get a reaction at a preschool graduation. Just the booking with these fucking mid-card titles has driven me absolutely crazy. And it only highlights the fact, like G said, they had no depth. They can't support them. Just
and you know what they do? You know what they do when we say they don't have depth? You know what they do? They release everybody.
They release everybody, Dave.
Of course. I just love it. I just love when they look at it.
Hey, they were like,
when they listen to us.
Hey, they was like, hey, see, you know, they probably was sitting in that creative room. They was like,
damn, it's
dang,
frustrating being a
you know,
wrestling fan.
No Name Wrestling Pod is really highlighting the fact that we have a tag division with no tag teams, a mid-card division with no depth. You know, we do have all these NXT women we can call up, but you know what we gonna do? We gonna cut them. We gonna get rid of them.
Hey, G baby, you know what The Rock did? He said,
Chat is saying
my
it right
God,
now
man.
too. If you wanted to have a mid-card title, that's fine. You didn't need two. You did not need two.
Two is crazy. Two is crazy.
insane.
And it's crazy because I thought they were doing it because SmackDown was 3 hours, but now SmackDown's going back to 2 hours. I'm like, what's the point? What's the point?
Hey, and I genuinely think Chelsea Green lost that title because she messed up and got counted out when she wasn't supposed to because she wasn't paying attention. I genuinely think that's why they made the call. Now, will she win Money in the Bank? I don't know because she just lost the match. So I don't know if she's going to get the last chance one. Because I was like, maybe she can win Money in the Bank. That's how you get into the main event. Nope. Lost.
So
don't know until we know.
So is it thumbs? Because we all know Becky can elevate titles and stuff and things,
Yeah.
but
Mine wasn't sure why the fuck not.
Yeah.
then it has to come to a point after when somebody has to beat her too. So I mean,
Right.
but it's thumbs up for her winning the title.
Yeah, it's going to go back on the Bird Lady. It's going to go. I thought Becky was
I
winning
did
this
too.
one.
Yeah, I did too.
I genuinely thought, I was like, dang, Lyra, you cooking. It's too bad Becky finna win that title.
By the way, I went back and
Lot-
by the way, following up from last week, I went back and watched that match. It was better than I thought it was, but still, I had no reason to care about it going into it. I had zero reason to care.
Fair enough.
I mean, hey,
Um,
don't get me
okay,
wrong.
so-
That feud was the best they made Lyra look. Like,
Yeah.
like in a while. You know what I mean?
Since she got on the roster.
You know what we call that,
What?
Lucius? You know what we call that, Lucius? We call that GOAT elevation.
Ha.
GOAT elevation.
Ah.
GOAT elevation. Because 2 weeks in a feud with Becky, and everybody gave her love. Before, you thought you could have had a sermon in church as quiet as that crowd was for Lyra versus Ivy Nile. You could. Oh my
Don't get
God.
me started on Ivy
That would've
Nile.
been a
Sorry,
pastor's dream.
Gigi Dolan is gone, but Ivy Nile is
The
still
pit
there.
bull. Nikita Lyons is still employed.
Seriously, WWE, what are you doing? I'm so mad every time we bring up something else about this fucking women's division and how poorly they run it. Do you guys remember back when Triple H took over? What was the one thing we all said was going to get better by way of Triple H taking over?
The women's division.
And what are we doing? Where are I can't. Oh my God.
I knew it was cooked the second Aaliyah and Raquel won them tag titles. I knew it was cooked. I was like, wow.
Well, honestly, I go back before that. What really did it for me, I ain't gonna lie to you, is when Bianca solo Damage Control in that ladder match by herself.
Oh yeah.
That was after they won the titles.
But that's what did it for
Remember
me. Like I wasn't the tag titles. I never believed the tag title. I'm talking about the women's division as a whole. Like the tag titles, sure, but like when they introduced Damage Control, the newly formed Damage Control, Bianca by herself in a ladder match,
1v3,
soloed everybody by herself, and then still won. I was like, yeah, this might be a problem.
Hey, I'll add on to it. You know what happened after that? Becky 1v3 them hoes. I was like,
no. You know what? When I knew, when you should looking back, how I knew it was cooked. When Charlotte Flair came back, beat Ronda Rousey, and people were like, "Oh, thank God, Charlotte Flair has a title." Yeah, we're
Oh my
we're
god!
and then we just cooked.
Yeah.
When people are happy
Ronda
that
Rousey-
Charlotte Flair has a
God.
title, that's when you know you're cooked. That's when you know you're
Who
cooked.
did Ronda Rousey
Liv.
beat right
Raquel.
before?
Raquel.
Well, she beat
Oh,
Raquel.
It was actually a good match.
That was a good match too.
I
It was a good match.
ain't gonna lie, that match was good.
But
But,
people, at
yeah.
people at that point had been tired of
Oh,
Ronda.
Ronda Rousey versus Raquel Rodriguez for
That's
a
crazy.
women's world title. The worst bodyguard in WWE. Yeah, I'm sure.
Cooked. Oh man, that's what I knew. That's what we should have all known. Yep, it's over. It's
Get
over.
your shit together, Triple H.
Next,
Woo,
thumbs
man, that's
up.
over.
Okay, thumbs up or thumbs down for celebrity matches in wrestling.
Overall, on balance, I'm gonna say obviously.
So hold on, y'all give him thumbs up.
Halliburton and Brunson.
Y'all giving
When they
thumbs
coming?
up. Y'all giving thumbs up for Travis Scotton.
Well, that's
I'll
what
give
I'm
it a chance.
saying.
I'm open. I'm open. I'm open.
Because at least
I'm
it'll
open.
be at least it'll be in still
Because for-
continuity. At least
for
there's a
every
payoff.
I'm
Travis
just saying, a lot of
Scott, you
people
have-
was mad about the Travis Scott thing. I'm
For
just-
every Travis Scott and
Fuck 'em.
Snooki, you have a Bad Bunny and a Logan Paul. So I mean, it balances out. So overall, I think
I'm open. I just need
If
Brunson
that
and Tyler
jackass
Burton.
guy could have a
Halliburton.
great
Johnny
match.
Knoxville.
Yo,
Yeah.
Johnny
Exactly.
Knoxville.
Johnny Knoxville had a great match.
Johnny Knoxville. Oh my God, that match was so good.
Match of the night. Oh
Hey,
fuck.
match.
Yeah, that was really
So
good.
wait. Are we running this Halliburton and Brunson? You know,
Neither.
what are they gonna do? A little tag team match? Doing a little tag team match?
Hey,
Running like Dennis
listen up,
Rodman back then?
bro.
Come on. And Malone back in the day?
Bro,
Are we?
ESPN,
Who will
bro,
be the opposition? though?
ESPN put him in the bro. ESPN put him in the WrestleMania X7.
Yeah.
bro. They
have
gotta get
to.
a match.
They
They gotta
have
get
to.
a match in the offseason.
SummerSlam.
They have
Hey,
to, bro.
SummerSlam. Just saying.
It's
It's in New Jersey. It's in Jersey.
Yeah, I don't know if they're gonna do it during the basket. I mean, they might. Well, they might.
No, it'll be
Yeah, it'll be
at
over.
that point.
SummerSlam.
Yeah, I'm talking about the
awesome.
risk of injuries though. I don't know if they're gonna be.
They probably.
Tag team match.
They ain't gotta do
Tag
nothing.
team match.
They
They
got
gotta
to do a
get-
little
they gotta-
something.
they
They
gotta
get in
do-
there, do a little something.
They gotta
No,
get in
they
trained
can,
up for
they can
that.
do the boo yay spot. All they gotta do is
Yeah,
boo
that's it.
Yay.
They have to take any bumps.
yay.
Boo. And they just tag out. All right, we're done. All right.
Yeah,
They just go in there like, nah, bro.
Nah, you gotta get
Low
them
management is
doing
cool.
all that shit. You gotta get them doing something other than just the bouye spot. They gotta get them doing something, man. Plus, do
Tyrese
they
Halliburton during the frog.
do they have
splash
time to
with
even
Brunson.
train for that? They gotta have time to train for that, bro.
Yeah,
That's
they
true.
got
They can be alright.
Because
Yeah,
They gotta
it's
do one
crazy.
frog splash.
Nah, they can be athletic as hell and can't. They can be athletic as hell in their profession and can't.
They can
run
be
the ropes.
managers. They can be managers. They can be managers. We'll just leave my managers and they have a little
They
spot.
get in and do a little
Yeah.
spot or something.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Bro, I'm just saying, one frog splash off the top right.
They gonna blow his
Nah, that's
ACL
crazy.
if he land wrong.
Yeah,
Be careful.
yeah.
All they gotta do is train for that.
They need to train
That's
up.
all
they could even
That's
just be in somebody's corner, and then one of them tries to grab a weapon, the other one
Yeah,
grabs
that's
the
what I
weapon. They trade some shots and then get pulled apart. That's all they have to do.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's fine. We'll
Nah,
scuffle.
I want to see one of them get put through a
All right.
table.
All right.
That'll be dope. That'll be dope.
Maybe the announce table. I can see that. I mean,
Hey, maybe Braun Breaker just
Yeah,
scares
the
him.
announce
Hey,
table.
hey, Braun Breaker.
I'd rather see
Oh.
Giannis put Halliburton's dad through a table.
that'd be crazy.
Halliburton's dad's a pain in the ass.
Hey, that's what. Hey, imagine we get a Tyrese versus Brunson match. The dad come out. Who's the surprise entry? Oh my gosh, it's
Tyrese and his dad.
Come on, man. That's where the money
Tyrese and his dad versus The Miz and his dad. Book it. The
Oh
Miz
my
and his
God.
dad versus Tyrese.
Who would they team up with? They got to team up with people at least they're gonna do majority of the work. You know what I'm saying?
Definitely the Miz. Definitely the Miz for sure.
AJ Styles.
Luka
There you go.
Doncic
AJ and
has to
Miz.
go up against the fucking general manager of the Dallas Mavericks.
There you go.
AJ and Miz. I mean, AJ and Miz. I guess wouldn't be terrible. Miz is always that guy to fill in that spot.
I
too.
mean,
Miz
who
for
are-
sure.
Who are two
Yeah.
big guys that are billed from New York and one's billed? I mean, Pat McAfee would be a good choice for.
I mean, Miz would
Halliburton.
be with Brunson because the Pacers took out the Cavs and Miz would be pissed
Yeah.
about
also
that.
first talking New York, it definitely got to be Damian Priest because you know he's New Yorker, so
Yeah.
Damian Priest could be in that
And
spot.
Priest would be nice.
Oh
Damian
yeah,
Priest.
Damian.
And Logan Paul.
And then
Logan
Indiana,
Paul.
who's from Indiana? I guess Logan Paul.
Logan, well, it would be Logan Paul because he brought him out the last time. He was
Yeah.
with Halliburton last time.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah, so Damian Priest, Logan Paul. That'd be fine. That'd be
That'd be a good match. That'd be fun.
That'd be something to do right there. I don't know if they're exactly gonna do it, but I mean it'd be a nice little.
I think Logan Paul and Damian Priest would be a fun feud. All like basketball shit aside. That'd be fun.
No, I don't disagree.
And then you just have them in there in the corner. That'd be cool.
Well, I mean,
Giannis and Gunther is crazy. That's crazy.
no, Giannis and Gunther would be crazy. I ain't gonna lie to you. That'd be kind of crazy. I think they could do something, but I mean, since it's in New Jersey, they could maybe do a little something at SummerSlam. I mean,
Yeah, probably will.
Ain't nothing crazy. Especially if Halliburton, if they happen to beat the Knicks, he come out and talk all the shit.
Oh, yeah.
For sure.
I hope they don't.
If you win the title, if you win the ring too,
Hey,
come
but
out
imagine-
like,
Yep. If they win,
Imagine the heel. Imagine the heel he throw Tyrese Halliburton that knocked him out the playoffs.
Did they actually win it too? They actually win the whole thing?
They win
if
it.
they win the whole thing.
Imagine it come out with the trophy with the
Oh my god.
Like what was it that time when when Atlanta then got them boys up out of there and Trae Young came out? Man, he used to be number one.
You know what they should do? They should do an introduction like somebody, I don't know, somebody in the ring announce something. They be like, "Here comes a Nick Legend," and Tyrese come out with the trophy like this. That'd be wild. Last one. This is we had a little bit of discussions like this on the pod, but just maybe people's opinions have changed. Thumbs up, thumbs down for Seth Rollins being top 10 all time in WWE.
What does that sound?
He's got some scratch.
Ooh, I think it might be I think it's Tay. Yeah, hold on.
Well, Luke.
Yeah, I think it's Tay.
Yeah, Lewis Blue just jumped out. I'm still hearing a little bit.
Yeah, I put Tay on mute, so
Okay.
it was his. But it sounds better now.
Repeat the question, Malik.
Thumbs up or thumbs down for Seth being top 10 all time in WWE?
Not yet.
I'm fine.
Not yet. Right now, no. But
I mean, okay, so what? To ask that question, you said we're not right now, but what more would he have to do though? Like, what hasn't he done?
I need to see him have. I don't. It just doesn't feel like he's done enough. Again, this is just, I don't know. It's personal preference, I guess, but I don't know.
Well, I mean, you're looking at all the superstars that you would have in your. We're talking just WWE.
Let's say, let me just, if I can just put a point on it. If he and his new faction have a great year through to next Mania, especially if he ends up main eventing, he main events again, he main events as the champion or for the championship, I think that would probably be enough for me to reconsider top 10 status. It doesn't, like I said, it's not going to take much, but if he has one more great year with his faction and then has a good WrestleMania, then yeah, I think he'll be there.
I mean, it's kind of. I don't hate the take. If you put him top 10, am I really going to waste my breath arguing it? No. But I do kind of hesitate because I guess the people that I would have above him have just done so much, right? And unfortunately, even though Seth Rollins has been great, like pretty much most of his career, he hasn't had that many lows. He also hasn't reached a peak status like some of these other people either. Like, that's what always struggles me to put him over Roman Reigns. Because, yeah, Roman Reigns, they got some bad years. He has a bad 2-year stretch. But Seth Rollins has never hit the peak that Tribal Chief did it for me, right? So that's where I kind of struggle. But, like, one of the counterpoints I always really put him against, he's damn near in the same realm as Edge for me. Right, like he doesn't have the tag team, but he has the Shield. Right, he doesn't have Edge and Christian and the TLC change in landscape, but he's got the Shield. And I mean, shit, you really do a deep dive. The breakup of the Shield is literally why we have the current landscape why we have today. Right, that's a key moment that they keep going back to. Right, he doesn't have maybe the as many championships, but he's been a focal point in WWE's programming for the better part of a decade, whether it be as a heel or a babyface. And even in COVID, Monday Night Messiah was elite to me. That was elite to me. So it's just so tough because I feel like he's right there, but I also feel like he just didn't do enough. And maybe this story, right, if we can get the peak storytelling to where it's like nothing is going to hit like the bloodline, but if we can get the peak faction storytelling where it could be like this is an all-time faction or an all-time story, then that might solidify it for me. But if this is just a story we're telling and we look back on it and like, yeah, that was just another cool iteration of Seth, that's kind of where I struggle. Because like Edge to me is hanging on to the top 10 just because even before he retired, he just did so much stuff that was legendary. It's hard to really bump him out. That's really where I struggle with it when it comes to Seth.
Here.
Does anybody else have anything they wanted to say on that?
I'm good. No, I think Seth is good. I think he's up there. Can't really explain it because honestly, for me, top 10s is hard. It's hard for me for top 10s. So it's just like I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, if you
at
look
least
at
not in order.
Yeah, if you look at his body of work, I mean, okay, well,
he's done everything.
Yeah, he's done everything. You would have like people who have had the impact, like Hogan, Austin, Rock, Cena, Taker, and then you got other people who rank high too, like Triple H and Shawn Michaels, and you got Roman Reigns now. Somebody had mentioned Edge. You got Randy Orton. Those are a lot of good names. But Seth, I feel like fits in that combo though. Like he's done everything. He may not have the big impact like certain people, but consistently, he's been very consistent throughout his whole career. And he may have had one bad year, and that was 2019. But even then, he was still winning world titles, and he was still looked at as one of the main event guys. He just didn't have proper booking with the storyline. So he's never really been in a bad spot. He was a good mid-card champion with the IC title. He's had one of the greatest factions of all time. He's got moments like the Money in the Bank cash-in and WrestleMania main events and the countless of great matches and feuds. Like he's checking off like every box, but for some people, they still are a little hesitant to put him in that top 10 spot. So I think it's always it's interesting. I think Seth has done everything to be in the top 10.
He kind of gives me like Kobe before he got on his own. So while he was with Shaq, and he gives me a mix of like KD in the Thunder, then turn Warrior years. Like you were great. You were elite. You did your thing. But you was never really one. You was never really, in that top spot where we looked at you with everybody else. Like KD to me, the most he's ever been is second best. I don't think there was ever a year KD was the best player. He was never the best player in the world. And then when Steph came along, he wasn't better than Steph, in my opinion. But you were still elite. You were still one of the best three people to do what you do, right? Seth Rollins is kind of like, no, I never felt you were the best, but you were always elite at what you did. To where it's like that alone is like if somebody put you in the top 10, I'm really not tripping. Now, I would have to hear who you're taking out, right? Because I know there's like this whole wave of not thinking Randy Orton's top 10 anymore. There's like, we just kind of revisiting stuff. It's been a whole wave. Yeah, people, honestly, you gotta do a deep dive into it because some of the points I do kind of understand because Randy Orton was just kind of there in the 2010s.
Okay.
He wasn't really doing nothing. He was just kind of there, but like it's just that's a whole different conversation. But I would just have to see who you're taking out to where I'd be like, all right, cool. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's interesting. I don't know. Seth is he's done a lot, but he's one of those guys, I guess, who's done so much. It's like, people are still hesitant to put him on the higher echelon or higher pedestal, compared to some of the other greats in WWE. So I don't know. It's interesting. I feel like his consistency is there, but there are still a lot of superstars that I would put over him, though, if I'm being honest. Like I would still put Randy over him. I feel like Randy's had bigger impact for me. He's also done just like we were talking accomplishments. He's done all that too and more. I feel like Seth may have had better feuds that peaked higher and better stories that you could say are more appealing. But I mean, Seth has had the Shield, Randy had Evolution, and Seth has moments, Randy has moments, but I feel like Randy's impact is just what ranks higher. And impact to me ranks pretty high because we know with like some of the people that we have on the Rushmore, like Austin and Hogan, like some of those people are there because of what their impact was alone. You know what I mean?
Like the impact got to be if your impact can reach beyond just wrestling. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's what makes you not just like a superstar, a megastar.
And Randy's impact, I think, has reached the beyond wrestling at this stage. You know what I mean?
Beyond wrestling, because people outside of wrestling know about the RKO from out of nowhere. They know about Randy Orton. So you know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
that's the thing.
It did, but you to a point that G said, Randy was there a lot during the 2010s. Like there were times when he kind of faded out and was there, but I never really looked at as attacks against him because at the end of the day, I still feel like you still felt like he was Randy Orton. You know what I mean? Like he's still Randy Orton. I saw somebody post on social media the other day that they said Randy's like a jobber now. I'm like, and I retweeted that. I was like, bro, like Randy Orton could lose to Hornswoggle tomorrow, and people would still look at him as Randy Orton. Like he's bulletproof. You know what I mean? Like he's Randy Orton, bro. Like he's untouchable at this point. You know what I mean? Like doesn't matter how many matches he wins or loses, his presence is still felt. You know what I mean? Like you still know, even if Randy was doing nothing when he comes out, you still would know like his legacy. That's a legend right there. You know what I mean? Like that's Randy Orton. You know what I mean? Yeah. So some people have that type of feel. They reach that level. Randy has reached that pinnacle. Comparable sets is more qualified. I mean, it's equal. It's back and forth. Let me see. We had a super chat that I'm gonna get to real quick right here that I saved. Do y'all think Liv will have a big moment at SummerSlam since it's her hometown? Possibly. She's from Jersey. I forgot about that. She's from Jersey, so right now she's stuck in the tag titles. I don't know. I don't know. She's stuck in.
They might retain them tag titles.
Didn't they get rid of them? Like, weren't they not on TV?
Rock.
Or did they bring them back? Like, there was like 2 weeks where Raquel was not holding them titles. They ain't mentioned them.
She's filming a movie.
Like this.
That's why.
This might. Well, I know, but I'm saying like this might be their out to get rid of them. This should be their out to get rid of them. Honestly, this should be their out. Like if they never brought up those titles ever again, I don't think anybody would complain. So, but as far as
I think she should just say, "I'm a mega star. I'm a movie star. Me and Raquel, there's no competition. I'm done. I'm retiring. We're retiring the greatest women's tag team of all time." That'll get them heat, but I don't think anyone will give a fuck. I think people will be happy.
You know who they're gonna feud with though? I ain't gonna say it. I'm
Go ahead, say it, bro.
Oh,
it's gonna be the Bellas, bro. That's what's gonna be.
I'm not mad.
They said they're coming back. They said they're coming back. And are they from Jersey too?
Oh,
God. No, they're from Phoenix. They're from Arizona. Glendale.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. But the Bellas,
bro.
I'm not mad at that.
Don't nobody want to see that shit, man. Oh,
let the Bellas win and let them retire with those belts. Let it. And then
I was gonna say they can retire. They can be like they can run wrestling for us and retire with the titles. How about that? Y'all do that.
Hey, is Liv Morgan is a 4-time tag champion?
I think that's the most. Yeah, they should say.
So that means Raquel is like a 6-time tag champion, right?
No, Raquel's only one
because Raquel won like 2 with Aaliyah.
She won once with Aaliyah.
She won once with Aaliyah, and then didn't she win it with somebody else that wasn't Liv Morgan?
No, I think it's just Liv.
No, her and Dakota, I don't think were ever tag champions. I think you're talking about NXT tag team champions, if anything.
You know what? I am. Okay, I am. So so Raquel is a 5-time tag team champion. Liv is a 4-time. They're good.
Did Liv win with Rhea one time?
Yeah, she did.
She did, yeah.
Liv and Rhea were tag team champions.
So they're both 5.
Oh, so they're both 5. Wow. Jesus.
This is before Rhea joined Judgment Day.
Yeah.
Before.
They walked into Mania 38 as champions, I'm pretty sure, right? Or something like that.
Yep. Yeah. And then Sasha and Naomi had them.
As far as what Liv Morgan's gonna do, well, we have a draft coming up. Go ahead, win that U.S. title off Zelina game.
Somebody in the
I heard
somebody
you.
in the chat.
Go ahead, win that title off Zelina game.
Chat said Nikki Bella got to pay child support now. I'm like, damn.
She do though. She actually does. Yeah. Just read it somewhere.
Yep, that's gonna be the match right there. It's gonna be Bellas. They're gonna be, how people they're about to bring back at SummerSlam. They're about to bring back Goldberg. Have Cena there one last time. About to be the Bellas. So they're bringing back everybody for SummerSlam.
I mean, they're trying to treat SummerSlam like a WrestleMania. I
get it. Travis Scott gonna be there too, probably. Yeah, they about to. It's gonna be crazy.
Oh, it's for sure going to be Cody Rhodes versus Travis Scott. And you know what Cody Rhodes is going to do most of that match?
Sell.
No.
He's going to sell most of that match.
He's going to sell like he Ilya. We're going to sell like he Ilya.
I don't know. So I don't know if they're going to do. I don't know if they're going to do the one-on-one match, but they're definitely going to do the tag team match for sure. It's going to
be nasty. You know what's going to be nasty when he hits that against Travis Scott.
And I heard it's gonna happen at Money in the Bank, which
Off
I
a
can see.
clothesline.
Ain't no way.
I heard it's gonna happen at Money in the Bank, that tag team match, which I can see because it's in LA. But it's gonna
It's
be.
gotta be a
I've
tag
come
match.
to conclusion now. It's gonna be Travis Scott and John Cena versus Cody Rhodes and R-Truth. That's gonna be the tag match. That's the tag team match
Yep.
right there.
Yep.
That's gonna be the tag team match.
Yeah, I mean that's
That's
fine.
why I'm going to Worlds
When
Collide.
is- Didn't they announce? Didn't they announce that? Wow, that's crazy. Didn't they announce that Cody Rhodes was supposed to come back on a SmackDown?
That was just
It's been
rumors.
did
That
he-
was rumors.
did he-
You know,
Yeah,
Wow,
nothing's
okay.
been announced yet.
Saying bro, this man is really pulling a Roman. Everybody want to be Roman. They got Seth acting like Roman. Cody lose one match, you don't see him on TV for a couple months. Dang, man, look, rinse and repeat. Everybody hate Roman, but when they favorites do it, it's all cool. Seth Rollins literally is Roman Reigns
Right now,
with weird.
I don't
colors
I
think
on
mean,
it.
it's the
he
same.
at least
I don't think
he's
it's
on
the same.
TV. Roman.
No, I'm talking about Roman Reigns when he first started. Not well into his title. I'm talking about Roman Reigns when he first started. That is everything Seth is doing is what Roman was doing when he first started. He got his right hand man, and then eventually he's gonna get his little tag team, and then he's gonna get a fourth for War Games.
yeah, they probably will be in War Games. I don't think about it. They probably could dabble into the War Games, man.
Could be.
Shit. Nobody else that I'm looking at right now is pretty much going to be in there, so I can see it happening for sure. All right, guys, well, we'll go ahead and log off here. Thank you guys for coming through. Like I said, next week we're doing open mic, so for everybody who'll be wanting to come on, you know what I'm saying, you're talking a lot in the comments. We've been seeing some people. If you want to come on and you want to discuss or debate or whatever y'all want to do, whatever y'all want to discuss, next week is your day. It is your day.
You know who I didn't see in this chat that always be talking shit? James.
He was in
Weezer.
here. He was in here.
Oh, okay. Because that is stay talking shit. I didn't even.
Now, will he show up next week? Don't know.
Stay
Can't
talking.
confirm. Can't deny. Can't confirm. Can't deny. Guess we'll wait and see. Next week is going to be open mic. So if you want to come out next week, talk. Don't even got to be debates. You just want to have a conversation. Show up next week. We can have conversations. We can talk some wrestling.
Talk that shit.
If you got something you want to get off your chest next week, hey, bring the smoke. Say what you got to say. You know what I'm saying? So appreciate you guys. Subscribe to the pod. Make sure you guys check out the channel. Lou, Tay, thank you guys for coming through, man. Appreciate you guys for taking time out of the day to come on as a guest. Much appreciated.
Thanks for having us.
Some of these Mo comments here that I saved that were the best ones. Mo Noodles. Yeah.
W Nation.
The Big Mo. I did like that one. Moshi Tatsu. It's one of my favorites. Let's see. Carrion Moss.
That's crazy.
That's disrespectful to the
The
goat.
ultimate
Continue.
Moportunist.
Good cut.
Moxan Perez. That's pretty crazy.
That's crazy.
Randy Morton. Mellow Mo Miz.
Oh my god.
Latimo Heat.
Which, by the way, can we
Booker
start giving
T?
that some love?
See, give one more. The original Mo Matt Riddle. Give him what more love?
No,
Mello don't miss. Are we
No,
gonna start giving that
Not
some
the
more
name.
love?
Not the name.
I like it. I ain't gonna.
No, I told y'all. The Oz him is
Mello
trash.
don't miss
I
the
can
heat,
give y'all that 1,000%. But this pairing is low key
I
cooking.
don't like it.
It's cool.
I don't like it.
It's cool.
I'm
I need
haven't
them to
seen-
get out
I
that.
haven't
I need
much
to
on it,
see.
so I don't know.
I don't want Aleister Black and Miz to get caught up in this Game 7 vortex.
Oh, it's not gonna be no game 7.
Mokita
It's not gonna be no
Lions?
game 7.
No,
This last one.
no more knees.
No knees is crazy. She do got no knees though.
I mean, how many times she tore her
2
ACL?
times.
Some D-real shit, man.
Hey, she need to go ahead and make that call to Mr. Rey Mysterio. Go ahead and talk about them stem cells.
That man has so many. Hey, listen.
hey,
Ray can make a comeback, it's possible.
be like, Mokita, you're hurting me.
You're crazy.
I
Listen, if Ray can make a comeback, it's possible. Anything's possible.
Anybody, anything's possible, man.
His left knee was
Himself
cooking.
saved his life.
Everybody, man.
His left knee was cooking.
Hey, imagine the great Khali start against themselves. Make a
They
return.
need more than
You
that.
just,
can't
you
remember
just
how
pissed
many
Mo
times-
off.
I can't remember how many
Yeah.
surgeries he said he had on his knee, but it was on his left knee in general. He just did it.
Who, Rey
Oh,
Mysterio?
yeah.
He had like
No,
10.
I think he said injuries. I think he's talking about injuries. Like how many times he got injured. I don't know about surgeries.
No, he was talking about the
I think it
surgery
was
on his knee. On his knee.
No, I think he's had like 10 surgeries.
Damn.
Like no joke.
But he said his left knee was so bad that eventually he knew his right knee was going to end up causing him problems too, and that's what happened. So it was bad. I think it was like his knee surgery total. I think it's like in the 20s, like in the 20s.
Yeah, man. Hey,
like
hit
12
pad.
surgeries. Oh my god! Oh, somebody in the comments.
It's bad, man. It's bad.
Hey, who's that? Beast mode. I'm sorry.
Before
yes, bro.
Before we head off, we always
Order
ask
of the
the guests the guest this on the channel. You got to give a hot take, man. What's the wrestling hot take that you guys have? Don't even got to be WWE. It just be anything. It's a wrestling hot take.
I mean, I kind of gave mine early. I'm gonna get mine early because it's the only one I can think of at the moment. I just said as soon as the IWC turned on Ricochet, as soon as he put pen to paper to AEW, that was mine.
That is true.
I can't think of anything after that, man.
I'll ask you. How you feel about Jack Swagger theme song?
Which one?
Jack 1 2.
Oh, that one. I love it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, wasn't that Intertard?
It kind of reminded me.
Yeah.
It reminded me of Rage Against the Machine a little bit.
It reminded you of who?
Against the Machine a little bit, like the way the riff was.
Oh, okay.
Tell you what's your hot take, man. What you got?
Them push-ups to Pyro is crazy. I don't care.
I don't know if this is a hot take, but I think Matt Hardy's "Live for the Moment" theme is borderline top 10.
Ooh,
I never heard nobody put that top 10.
Yeah, it's a fire.
It's pretty high for me.
I don't think it's a hot take, but hey, I agree with it.
It's up there. It's up there, especially with the version 1 intro.
Yes,
bro.
Is it better than Jack 1 2?
Yes. Oh,
yes.
1 2.
Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah.
Come on, bro.
Now the We the People.
Bro, I want you.
I don't hate
We the People theme is
Honestly, let's keep it a buck. If Jack Swagger's theme would have been on a much better wrestler and he wouldn't have been so trash, I think we would rank it higher. I don't think people would have as much of a problem with it, but he was so trash.
This wasn't a good thing, bro. This wasn't a good thing. Because some wrestlers can still be booty and still have good themes that we can, acknowledge. Del Rio was Cheeks. Theme was great though. Fire theme.
Hold on.
He was not Cheeks, man.
He was fire though.
Del Rio was
Yeah,
not
he
Cheeks,
was,
man.
Yeah, bro. He was.
No, he was not.
Hey, listen, David Otunga, he was average.
He was the
Fire theme song though.
No,
Oh, yeah.
that was my that thing. I'm sorry.
No, bro, that thing was fire.
That thing is fire.
He was
That
fire.
thing is fire, bro. That thing is fire.
Hey, Alex Riley, he was kind of mad.
Nah,
That's
Theme song, though?
that's
fire.
That theme song was fire. You know who I would never believe. You know who I would never believe was good at anything like presentation in ring theme song. I don't know what it is. Cassius Ono. I was never a fan. I hated his theme. I hated his presentation.
Cassius Ono after he gained the weight, okay, but before the weight, like and everything.
But see that I guess that's the thing. I didn't know Cassius Ono other than NXT, and I hated it.
NXT Cassius Ono.
Bro, that was like Def Rebel. That was a Def Rebel theme song back then. And NXT was putting out bangers.
Def Rebel theme is kind of.
That was a Def Rebel theme song.
Yes,
that was like,
no.
I hated his
no.
You know how happy I was? When when Matt Riddle debuted and kneed him in the face like off Rick KO? I was like, yes, bro, get this man up out of here. He was the male version of Aaliyah in NXT. That's how I felt about it.
Wait, who?
Obviously better in ring.
Wow.
But but he was like he was Dolph Ziggler.
it.
He was Dolph Ziggler. He was NXT's Dolph Ziggler.
Yeah, he's older.
Just there to lose. Just there to lose.
I mean,
he was Finn Balor before Finn Balor was a thing.
Yeah, unfortunately. Unfortunately, but yeah.
No, it does not.
The Chris Hero
Swagger theme does not fit Melo.
Disrespect.
Stop it. No, it does not.
What?
If I see Melo come out to a Jack 1-2,
That's nasty.
Yeah, that's disgusting.
That did not mix. That is not mix.
Yeah, some people can have that. Some people, especially in that 2010s era, some people could not be really that special, but their theme songs are really good, bro.
Someone said Ezekiel Jackson. She was hard.
His team was pretty. His team was pretty.
You talk about Big Rick?
That thing. Y'all goated. Let's go to
Ezekiel Jackson's team was
this here. What you call domination?
No, I'm not gonna lie. When I found out he was Big Rick, bro, hell no, bro. Get the fuck out my face. Ezekiel Jackson, Big Rick, and Lucha Underground. Yeah, I'm sure.
What's wrong with Big Rick, bro?
Drake.
Nah, that shit was ass.
Drake, I agree.
That shit was ass.
What?
That's crazy.
Some people have it. Some people could be like that though, bro. I mean, I don't know. Some people's teams were just they was cooking with those teams, but even like I said, Mick Carter.
Yeah, they was cooking.
3MB had a good team, bro. They were choppers.
Yeah, 3MB. Yep.
Like their team was good. You know, they was gonna lose every match. Didn't even matter. Team was good.
Yep.
Team was fire. So.
Brodus Clay.
No, I'm not gonna lie. His entrance used to get me
Yeah.
hyped.
Yeah. Hey, Sin Cara had a good thing too.
Yeah, that nigga was just such a.
His team was
man.
pretty cool. Sin Cara's team was pretty cool. I did like his
I
team.
like his second theme, not his current.
When I was a kid, I didn't realize it was
Who's
a
team?
second.
I didn't either. As a
Sin
kid.
Cara's second theme when he had when Unico was under the mask, not the one that botched a lot.
Oh, okay.
That's so crazy. They really just said, "Yeah, hey, nobody knows."
It was their creation.
When he had a whole tattoo. It's crazy.
Yeah, like what?
It was their creation. Hey, the biggest loser of all time, man, Zack Ryder, bro. He had a good team too. He knew he was gonna lose. He was gonna lose every match, even when he got pushed. You know,
radio.
Hey, fan.
Ryder,
Hey, fan.
Woo.
You know it. Hey, yo, I gotta bounce, y'all.
Yeah, we're signing off. All
Mhm.
right, guys. Make sure you guys sub to the channel. Next